next door living in the haunted mansion.
You better learn my name, 'cause I am Ashley.
She knows the darkest spells and she brews the meanest potions.
You might be the ingredient I seek.
Don't let yourself be fooled by her innocent demeanor.
You should be afraid of the great Ashley.
She doesn't play with dolls and she never combs her hair.
Who has time for girly things like that? Eye of Newt, I cast a hex on you. Grandma's wig, this'll make you big. Kitten spit, soon your pants won't fit. Pantalones giganticus! Oh no, not again.
She can rule the world and still finish all her homework.
Everyone knows that I'm the greatest
Ashley, you better watch your step or she'll cast a spell on you.
and turn my teacher into a spoon. I'm a slave to my spell book, and yes, it's true, I don't have as many friends as you. But I think you're nice, and maybe we could be friends. And if you say no, you're toast.
Who's the girl next door living in the haunted mansion?
You better learn my name, 'cause I am Ashley.
Just remember this when you see her on the street.
I'm the cruelest girl you'll ever meet.
Oh, that was a hell of a song to swap to. Jesus Christ. So, hello everyone. Welcome to the death of Sonic. I cannot believe this is a real video game. That is a fucking Ace Attorney background, yes. I felt it was appropriate. And I didn't feel like downloading a new background. There's one other difference. Look in the bottom left. So, this game is only like 2 hours long, so we're gonna have an entire hour to figure out what to do after this. Also, annoyingly, this doesn't have controller support, so I'm actually kind of sort of emulating the keyboard and mouse with my controller settings. Looking at these, text animation, yeah, looks good. Let's turn that down a smidge. Should be fine. Alright. We're gonna kill Sonic the Hedgehog. So, I have never streamed a visual novel before, so this is gonna be a lot of reading. Phew! Made it on the train, 15 minutes ahead of schedule. So far, so good for my first day on the job. Oh, totally forgot my name tag isn't ready yet. Should make one. I'll just sign my name here. Oh god. No way this, okay, no, it's not gonna fit. Alright, should we do Cold Steel or Original? I'm thinking Cold Steel would be funnier. Because that's at least an actual name. You know, Cold Steel the Hedgehog, the prime example of a nothing personnel kid. That's what we're doing. Cold Steel, did I spell that right? We sure did. Hope passengers can read my scribble. Dining car. First, the weather changed. Uh-oh, am I nervous? Is this first day in the job jitters? And the train's dining car can't be so bad. Come on, Cold Steel, shake it off. I'm gonna be giggling every time I see Cold Steel's name. Slap. Cold Steel, did I just see you hitting yourself? Mr. Conductor, sir, how are you doing this morning? Oh ho ho, quite alright myself. Though feeling a little bittersweet. Is that I'm not flirting with the conductor? Is everything alright? Oh, truth be told, not really. Alas, it is my last day as conductor. I'm retiring after 32 wonderful years. Time for me and the Mirage Express to say goodbye to one another. Oh, congratulations on retirement, sir. Thank you. My wife is very excited about it. Is this going to be a parody of Murder on the Orient Express? Possibly. Thank you. My wife is very excited about it. She's already got her plane tickets to Spagonia locked. Our shower's been on the fritz, so I'm excited to use the hotels. So wait, you haven't showered? I can see why I can see why his wife's excited. Enough of my quibbles. Today's your first day working in the dining car. Here's the menu for today. Menu added to your inventory. I can open the inventory anytime to view items I've received. I should look over the menu carefully. Menu. The Mirage Express dining menu. It features chili dog, instant ramen, and chicken cordon bleu. One of these things is not like the others. Why do you look so nervous? All we have in the train is a microwave. You gonna make chicken cordon bleu in a microwave? Ha 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 ha. I can't do laughs. Though I'm sure a little quiz is in order. Which of these do we serve in the dining car? Crab rangoon, spicy grilled picky? Chicken corn. Ding ding ding. Glad you can read the menu, okay. Ha 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 ha. A little about the vessel. This is a state-of-the-art high-speed smart train with all the latest gadgets. This train can really handle anything you throw at it. We've had a lot of adventures together, me and this train. It's not easy to leave. After 32 years, I don't blame him for being wistful. This train is exclusively used for events. It's not a passenger train. I remember that from the interview. What's the event today? A murder mystery party. Nothing better than some thrills to end my tenure as conductor. Guests will be funneled here to the dining car as a home base, so to speak. I'll be with you to gather tickets, but after that you'll be on your own. So I'll need you to do everything in your power to make sure our paying guests are well taken care of. Understood? I'll make you proud, sir. Glad this old man can rest easy. Doors to the Mirage Express are opening. All aboard. There's Amy. Oh god, do I have to do voices for everyone? Wait a minute. I can't do Sonic character voices. Zacharooms, welcome to the stream. Oh god, I don't know if I want to do voices. I can do Sonic and I can do Shadow, but that's about it. Wow, this train is incredible. What fascinating tech. I definitely cannot do Vector. You're right, Tails. I can get used to staying on a train like this. I don't have to do voices. Oh, thank God. What did you all expect? You know I always go all out for my birthday party. Wait, you paid for your own birthday party? Mommy? Sorry, Mommy? Sorry, Mommy? Anyways, this train's as elegant as you are, Amy. Can't promise I won't take anything, though. Calm down there, Rouge. Did I not just catch you stealing from the train station gift shop? Listen, Rouge is hot, okay? I promise that'll be the only time I do that. Wait, is that Knuckles' head from the animated movie? It was a pen, Knucklehead. Who's gonna miss a teeny tiny pen? What cast of characters am I stuck with? Get a hold of yourself, Cold Steel. You're sweating through your uniform. Hey pal, can I get one of those chili dogs? R, of course, sir. R, are you a pirate? Oh no, I'm more nervous than I thought. Sonic, wait until I announce everyone's roles to get food. Sorry about that, birthday girl. I'll be coming around to collect everyone's tickets. Just have them out and ready. You'll join me, Cold Steel, won't you? Just click on whoever you'd like to talk to and we'll collect their ticket. Okay, got it. Alright, so what do we got? We got... Oh, this is... Alright, so Knuckles, Tails, Sonic, Espio. That is his name, right? That is Espio? Vector, Amy, Shadow, Blaze, and Rouge. I might as well do left to right. I can interact with this stuff? Wait a minute. What's sticking out of the napkin holder? Hey, the idea of a ticket lost and alone like this. Let's be sure to return this to its rightful owner. Let's make sure no one uses their ticket as a napkin. Lost ticket is added to your inventory. Alright, so let's start with Knuckles since he's on the left. Howdy, could I please get your ticket? I think that's a ticket? But I really don't want to argue with this guy. Everything looks good, thank you. Since the conductor doesn't want to argue either. Alright, that's not... Can I talk to him again? Maybe we should leave this dude alone. Alrighty. Can I get your ticket, youngin? Right here, sir. Thank you. May I offer you any of the snacks we have on board? No, thank you. When I travel, I always pack my own sparkle gelatin. It's a sparkly jelly that can melt any jaded heart. Sure. No way. I brought my own sparkle gelatin with me, too. It's my first day and I was a little nervous. Don't be nervous. You're doing great so far. We're sparkle gelatin buddies. Ahaha, absolutely. If you need anything, just let us know. Thank goodness someone was training is normal. Ticket, please. Thank you kindly. Happy to have someone as renowned as yourself on board. Huh? Don't worry about it. I just like helping. When Eggman took over, I truly feared the worst, but my kids swore you would swoop in eventually, and you did. Can't offer much other than my sincere gratitude. Don't sweat a thing. I'm glad you and your family are safe. Wait a second, is he Sonic the Hedgehog? Promise you an excellent stay on our train, Sonic. Have fun now. Yes, have fun now. Will do, thanks. Will you please see your ticket? Of course. Now, I honestly forgot SPO existed. Excellent, thank you, and I hope you enjoy your stay with us. Absolutely, I appreciate it. There's a calmness about him. Something about his presence puts me at ease. You consider me calming? He's looking right at me. I study ninjutsu. I believe I can communicate through the subconscious. Oh wow, ninjutsu? Sounds like a lot of difficult training. Can you cling on to walls? Cling on to walls? What kind of question is that? I most certainly can. The conductor looks a bit too smug at that answer. Is Charmy be in this? I have no idea. It's my first time seeing it, actually. I have not watched anyone else play it. Yummy, don't mind if I do. Cold Steel, those are for our guests, you know. Train, be sure Cold Steel only gets one of those if they ask. Did the arm just kind of nod? Actually, Train, the conductor wants me to have the whole plate. Good try, young buck. The Train and I have worked together a long time. You'll have to work harder than that to get what you want. So the Train is sentient. Okay. Drat. The snacks look really tasty too. You know, it is kind of weird that Espio and Vector are here, but not Charmy. Wait a minute. What? Well, those are screens, I guess. Alright. Hello, my friend. Can I get your ticket? Yeah, sure, of course. As a gentleman of upstanding morals, I'd love to show you my ticket. He seems to be avoiding eye contact. Is something amiss, sir? I seem to have misplaced my ticket. Could you speak up a bit? I couldn't quite hear. How dare they not add Charmy? I don't know. I've never been fond of Charmy, personally. But I've only played, like, one game that he was in, and that was Sonic Heroes. I misplaced my ticket. I don't know where it is. Not hiding his embarrassment very well. Oh, actually, we may be able to help you. Cold Steel, why don't you show our friend here what we picked up? Ah, there it is, my ticket. Thanks so much to you both. I was really worried you'd kick me out and I'd miss the murder mystery. Oh, old Cold Steel here would have had their hands full kicking you out. You're right, I wouldn't leave without a fight. Oh dear. Yeah, I'm not doing the laughter, I can't do laughs. Wait, who made me both microwave expert and security guard? You're both alright in my book, thanks again for the assist. Of course, just let us know if you need anything else. Alright. I'm gonna do Shadow first. Here. Thank you, everything is in order. Seems concerned about something. Is there anything we can do to help you with? Do you sell gift bags here? Oh, no, sadly, but I have a plastic grocery bag in the back I could get for you. That's there. Urgh, so cold. Hold still, you're shivering. Do you need me to fetch your jacket? No, I'm good. See, unfortunately, I can't see Shadow without thinking of that one video that got dubbed of Shadow going something about... God, what was it? I've often thought about why those in the radical left participate in speed running. It's the whole fucking, God, I can't remember the rest of it, but it's just a dude... Oh, I can do Shadow's voice good. Thank you. Yeah, I've been practicing for years, I guess. I just want to do a video one time of doing Shadow voices so I can have him say things like, I'm going to shit yourself. Would I please get the birthday girl's ticket? Why certainly. Thank you, miss. That's the wrong voice. Thank you, miss. Thank you for choosing our fine train for your birthday festivities. Well, the birthday discount certainly helped. Who doesn't love a good bargain? And a murder mystery train just sounds so exciting. It's right up my alley. Who doesn't love a good thrill? You see, I'm a girl who loves a good true crime podcast. Oh! Maybe we should leave her to have fun. Before we move along. For you, miss. Oh, how fun. Thank you. Where do I use this? That unlocks any door on the train. Happy birthday. Birthday girl gets the birthday key. It's practically tradition. Very useful. We'll use this wisely. Thank you. Alright. May I have your ticket, please? Thank you very much. On top of it, I see. A princess such as myself must always be punctual. Okay, so... in Sonic Rush, Blaze is from an alternate universe. In Sonic 06, she's from an alternate future. Which one is canon? Because I never played Sonic 06. I beat Sonic Rush. I actually 100%ed Sonic Rush when I was a kid. And I played but didn't beat Sonic Rush Adventure. But I know they retconned Blaze's backstory for Sonic 06, and then she showed up for, I think, a couple spin-offs afterwards. So, what is canon for Blaze? Because I don't think they've ever sorted that out that I've seen, at least. Princess? Did she just say princess? If you don't mind me asking, are you visiting from somewhere? Yes, okay, so it's Sonic Rush. Okay, yeah. A separate dimension, actually. Separate what? It's here for Amy's birthday, then I'll hop back to my own dimension. I quite prefer the birthday cake from this world more than my own, so I admit I'm a bit excited. My dude, it's a cake. Just cook it differently. Oh, you don't say. Well, I hope you enjoy your stay, princess. Should I bow? Do I bow before a princess? What are you doing? Please get up. How can I not win with this group? And now for the MILF. Hello, you two. What can I do for you? Good morning, ma'am. Can we get your ticket? My, how forward. Let me fetch it for you. Come back if you need anything else, you hear? Oh, she's so polite. Very easy to talk to as well. Ma'am, I saw you sneak that $20 bill out of my pocket. I have to kindly ask for that back. Oh, this is yours? Must have slipped out. Here you go. I may not actually be the best at judging character. Okay, everyone. Time for me to read out everyone's roles for the murder mystery. She's an anthropomorphic cat and a princess hailing from an alternate dimension where she is both the regent of her world and the appointed guardian of the Soul Emeralds, a role similar to that of Sonic and Knuckles combined. Okay, so it's Sonic Rush. Thank you. That answers the question. Because in Sonic 06, she's Silver's partner, and I think she comes from his future, which never made any sense because she's not from the future, she's from an alternate dimension. So, I'm glad to see that Sonic Rush is still canon. Okay, everyone. I already read that. Now that's my cue to leave. I must prepare the driver's compartment for my departure. Ah, the conductor's car. You remember our promise, yeah? You'll do everything in your power to make sure our guests have a safe and enjoyable time on the Mirage Express. I didn't know that was going to be a question. Absolutely, you can count on me. To be honest, this group seems pretty capable on their own. And trade? Just Cold Steel if they need any help, won't you? That's all I need to hear. You have my trust. Any more heartwarming than a conductor and his train. Excellent! I'll be off. I must take my leave, everyone. Please have a phenomenal time. And don't worry about mucking up the place either. This train is state-of-the-art and has systems for dealing with all that. For everything else, please talk to Cold Steel here if you need anything. Sounds good. Absolutely. Will do. Goodbye now. I like that guy. Thank you all for following the outfit guide I sent you. You all look amazing. I trust you all read your lore cards as well. Lore cards? That must be the details of their motivations. I suppose it makes sense lore cards aren't read out loud, otherwise people would know the murderer's intentions. On to the nitty-gritty. For the murder mystery game, one of you will be murdered and the rest suspects. Everyone has assigned roles for characters they will be playing. Participation is required, for it is my birthday. Of course. Birthday girl makes the rules. Sonic, you are a ship captain and you'll be stationed in the conductor car. Naturally, that's where the captain would go. Tails, you're the detective. You'll be here in the dining car. Indubitably. Is the conductor Big the Cat? Wait. Was he? I can't... Wait. That's just that. Let me just save one here. I didn't get a good look at him. I don't know. No, I don't think it's Big the Cat, because Big doesn't have a wife. Does he? Did Big get hitched? I don't know. Knuckles, you're the sheriff around these parts. We'll find you in the saloon. Got it. Rouge, you're a business tycoon, and Blaze, you're a titan of industry, both in the casino. What's the difference? There is none. Sounds fun. Vector, you're the butcher, and Espio the poet, both found in the library. You're that Espio? We get to hang out together. And do what? Read? Maybe we can make a tower of books or something. Shadow's the locksmith hanging out in the lounge. And last but not least, me, the journalist reporter. I'll be moseying around with everyone. Did you get all that? Yes. Ah, I was listening in. Hope that's okay. More than alright. You can help ensure everyone's following their roles. Oh, that reminds me. I have a map for each of you. Everyone's station is marked on this map as well. How convenient. Map added to your inventory. Rules of the game are as follows. There is a murderer amongst you all. There's an imposter among us, is what you're saying. Murderer can kill a single participant however they choose, but you must physically be present with the victim for it to count. Everyone else must collect evidence throughout the train and use it to interrogate fellow passengers to figure out who done it. The murderer will lie to get out of being accused, so inspect everything you can. Zach, thank you for the follow. Find clues and interrogate. I'll set a timer for 1 hour so everyone can mingle and the murderer can do their thing. Is everyone ready? Sounds like everyone's excited. Everyone to your stations. Okay. Oh, I still have the backseating, or no backseating tag up. Let me just get rid of that real quick, because I don't need that tonight. And I won't need it again until Monday. Ah, this is so exciting. Mystery is unfolding right under our very noses. How thrilling, I have goosebumps. Same! Isn't it awesome? Shouldn't you two be out there mingling with everyone? Well, actually, the detective and the journalist can't be the murderer. So we're stuck here for an hour before going out and scoping the place. That's why there's always a neutral party. Makes sense to me. Seems as though Amy's more excited about deciphering the mystery anyways. What do you think everyone's doing? Oh, probably inspecting their stations and talking amongst one another. Everyone has roles to play, so they must be exploring their characters. How much you want to bet the train killed Sonic? Because I know Sonic is the one who dies. But how much you want to bet the train kills him? You know what their character motivations are, Amy? No, the lore cards are confidential. No one knows but the person who received them. My backstory is that I was best friends with the flicky that decided to join the evil Dr. Eggman, kickstarting my desire for justice in the world. My lore is that I'm a nosy person turned journalist. Not gonna lie, this kind of sounds fun. Wish I wasn't stuck on microwave duty. The train started moving. It's so fast, grab onto something. What's going on? Ah, I'm slipping. Hold on. I can't. I don't know what you guys want me to do. No. You're both awake. Yeah. Seems the train has slowed down considerably. Is everyone alright? Yeah, my head's spinning a bit, but I'm okay. Since we've been knocked into the dining car's closet. This train can reach such incredible speeds. We're getting our money's worth with this experience, that's for sure. Is this actually intended? It's my first day, so I'm not really sure. I don't recall them warning me about this in the interview. We should go check on the others. Colsil, could you get the door? Of course. Since the door is blocked and I don't think it's budging. Amy, give that fallen shelf a whack with your Pico hammer. Let's find another way out. I'll start looking for clues. I'll search over here. I know Amy, she's hiding something. Huh? I suppose she did wake up before us. Something could have happened. Listen, I know I'm the detective here, but all the best detectives have sidekicks. I'm gonna need your help. Let's gather clues on why Amy's acting this way and interrogate her about it. Check out everything you can around this closet, then we'll show it to Amy to uncover the full situation. Oh my god, it's Ace Attorney. Gather evidence and interrogate. Got it. No, it's not Ace Attorney. It's Ace Attorney Investigations. No, that's not Big the cat, because look at his ears. That's a dog. That's not Big. Also, Big's purple. That guy, I think, was blue. I'll need you to do everything in your power to make sure our paying guests are well taken care of. Understood? Understood. You can count on me, Tails. I won't turn evil like your ex-flicky companion did. Happy to hear it. Now let's get searching. What's this, a rod? Tip is broken. Looks to have originally been attached to something. Not sure if it's related to our mystery, but I like spinning it around, so we'll keep it. Yeah, his ears are pointed in the conductor of his floppy ears. Stick is added to your inventory. Ah, the wet floor sign, keeping people alert and safe. Once I slipped on some spilled juice at the grocery store. No wet floor sign at all. Luckily Sonic was there to catch me. Wow, Sonic really is as fast as they say. But he was going so fast he also slipped on the juice. We slid into an older gentleman's shopping cart. Oh, that's a thought that counts, I suppose. What do you think, Tails? Want me to cook any of this for you? When we get out of here, sure. I normally never make microwave meals. I prefer to cook. My cast iron skillet has gotten a lot of use lately. Tails, aren't you 6? I can cook a mean cast iron pizza. Cast iron pizza, what? Kid, are you from Chicago or something? I've only had microwave lunches this week. Something's always hidden in the trash. Let's check there. Sadly, it's empty. But on the bright side, this is a very clean trash bin. How do I become as optimistic as this kid? 8 to 12, do you think? No, wait a minute. Yeah, he's like 8 to 12. Cream is the one who's 6. I think. I can't interact with the microwave? Alright. What's the latest? Find any clues yet? Found a spoon. If we find 2 more, we can dig ourselves out. Dig ourselves out on a train? I'll keep looking. Find any clues yet? That's okay. I don't think we have enough evidence yet. Why don't we look around a little more first? There's gotta be another way out of here. Alright. Shelf blocking our exit. It's currently not budging. Hey, Cold Steel, look closely at this. Wonder how the side of the shelf got smashed. It's nothing the shelf could have fallen into. I'm sure this damage wasn't here before. The train has too much upkeep. I feel like this is important. We should log it. Crack on the shelf was added to your inventory. I think we found enough clues. Let's go interrogate Amy and find out what really happened. Excuse me. What's the latest? Amy, we believe you're hiding something from us. What? You accuse me on my own birthday? How dare you? This isn't going to be easy, is it? I've been stuck in here just like the 2 of you. What in the world do you think I'm hiding? Amy was awake before Tails and I were. What could she have done in that time? Microwave the chili dog. Attempted to escape. I don't think you were sitting idly while Cold Steel and I were knocked out. You attempted to escape the closet. Prove it. Show me evidence that I attempted to escape, or help me search for a way out. Do we have evidence to prove that? Cold Steel, let me stop you through this. Or step you through this. First, find the correct piece of evidence from your inventory. Once that has been deduced, we must form our argument to fight back. Alright, let's do it. What proves Amy attempted to escape the dining car closet? What, some damage on the shelf is supposed to prove something? It fell over. Damage makes sense. You have no argument here, you're grasping. Oof, okay, Tails, what now? Well, now we follow this train of thought. How does the crack on the shelf relate to Amy? So now I have to explain myself? Well, you see, well... Is Cold Steel the name of that really edgy OC from way back when? Yes! Also, hey, Necro. I named him Cold Steel because that's my character's name in this. I thought it would be funny. I was gonna name him Original the character, but it wouldn't fit. When I get stumped, I like to think. What would Sonic do? What would Sonic do? Sonic's a force to be reckoned with. He's always running forward, collecting rings, crushing badniks. He never loses. Like an endless runner game. I play a lot of those on my phone. Okay. Sure, whatever works. Just close your eyes and think. What would Sonic do and find your argument? Alright, let's prove we're not grasping. Let's follow the train of thought and fire a comeback. Like Sonic would do. It's a drink. Why did they put so much effort into this? I don't know. Sure, the shelf fell, but there's nothing around for the shelf to fall into. You're telling me on a train this well kept that the damage was here before we arrived? Well, I believe someone is responsible for hitting the shelf. You just said nothing was around for the shelf to fall into. What was the shelf hit with then? What is that, a stick? You truly believe a stick could do this kind of damage? You're right, a stick can't do this kind of damage to the shelf on its own. But if it's attached to something, it could. Like, let's say, a hammer? Ack? This isn't a stick at all, is it? This is actually the handle to your Pico Pico hammer. You attempted to hit the shelf out of the way, but you failed. The handle to your hammer snapped right off. It's as you both said, I tried to get us all out with my hammer, but I failed. I gave the shelf one big whack, and the handle ripped right off. I figured it was no big deal and tried to hide it, but I suppose my embarrassment got the better of me. She does look genuinely sorry about the situation. I never expected your hammer to snap like that, Amy. It was one of my backups. It's a little lighter to carry around. I didn't think I'd need it. Well, lucky for you, I'm a detective and I dabble as a mechanic. Let me see both pieces of the hammer. Just tighten things here, a little elbow grease there, and fixed. Tails! Thank you. According to my calculations, if you hit the shelf right here, should do the trick. Dudes, just fucking move it out of the way. Alright, stand back. Shelf completely shattered. Incredible. We did it, we're free. Literally, just pick it back up. Great job, Amy. Let's get out of here. Wait, is that? It can't be. Sonic! Someone murdered my darling Sonic! Looks like the game's begun. I'm finding out who did this at once. Amy, wait, I want to figure out who did this too. Wait for me. Oh, whirlwind. I'm exhausted already. That was really convincing, Sonic. Sonic? Body numb. Can't move. What are you saying? I don't understand. I just need to rest. Sonic? Sonic? Is he actually hurt? He's not moving. Are these wounds on him genuine? My hand's on his wrist, but I don't sense a pulse. Am I doing this right? What in the world is going on? Is this part of the murder mystery, or is this serious? Sonic? Sonic! Oh no. Oh no, I feel myself panicking. Calm down, what would I do? I need you to do everything in your power to make sure our paying guests are well taken care of. Understood? These guests are incredibly renowned, which means they must be remarkably rich. So I leave their care to you, Cold Steel, my favorite employee. Surely you won't let me down on this last right? That's not what he said. I need to catch up to Amy and Tails and get to the bottom of this. Even if this is part of the game, I just can't risk it. I'll keep everyone safe, Conductor. You'll see. The murder of Sonic the Hedgehog. Saloon car. Oh, that's a broken arcade machine. Oh, look at this place. I've looked around, I don't see her. I think Amy's already gone out of my head. It seems she's really excited. Did you need something from me? Yeah, just a question really. How do I put this? What if Sonic is actually hurt? He's laughing. Sonic doesn't go down so easily. He's on a train full of his friends. Nothing would actually happen to him. He's all really committed to the mystery for Amy. You have nothing to worry about, promise. Plus, Sonic likes to nap in a lot of strange places. He's fine. It's making a lot of sense, but I can't shake what Sonic said to me. Is this really part of the murder mystery game? Or is there something deeper happening? I need more evidence to figure out what's going on. Can I tag along with you? You don't mind. Is it cool if I tag along with you? Oh, of course, sure. Now, if I ever need a snack, you've got me. Fair. As I said, the best detectives have sidekicks, so I'm happy to have you. You ever catch me looking glum, though? Just know it's because, where's my work card? Last guy to work a case with me ditched our practice to join the evil Dr. Eggman. I'm a proctor detective without baggage. This is true. You varmints. What are you all doing in my saloon? Trying so hard to stay in character. Stood at Murder on the Excess Express. It's Murder on the Orient Express. I've actually seen the movie based on that. Knuckles, we're trying to figure out who murdered Sonic. I can see that. Amy moseyed through and told me all about it. Enough of that. I wonder how long you kept that voice up for Amy. We were wondering if you could tell us what you were up to before the murder. Anything to help us establish your alibi and... Nope, I have nothing to tell either of you. Leave me alone. It's obviously agitated about something, but why take it out on us? I know better than to argue with Knuckles, so it seems we're on our own. Gold Steel, we need to figure out what Knuckles was up to while we were all apart. Let's investigate for clues and then interrogate. Right, let's do it. Huh? That's funny. The door's locked tight. We can't go any further. It's a saloon door. Wonder how Amy was able to leave then. Good point. Well, when were these doors locked and how long were they locked for? She has the key. I'll have to keep this in mind. You only know about Paper Mario's murder mystery? That's also based on Murder on the Orient Express. It's one of the most famous detective novels ever made, I think. Ah, the bowl of assorted nuts, the classic saloon snack. Crunch, crunch, crunch. Kinda bland. Huh, seems like someone licked all the salt off them. But what? Or maybe they're just unsalted. Spittoon-free establishment. Also, this is interesting. What is? It's just a few used cups. Sure, but why are there 3? Knuckles was really thirsty? Gold Steel, this one has lipstick on the rim. That's not Knuckles' color at all. Someone else must have been here. Yeah, I'm sure Knuckles has a different color in mind when it comes to lipstick. That's also obviously Rouge. These cups are added to your inventory. Something's always hidden in the trash. Let's check there. Sadly, this one is empty as well. I'm starting to think your theory on something always being hidden in the trash is flawed. It's only a matter of time, Tails. Have faith. It's as they say, one man's trash is another man's treasure. Haha. I think Tails is ignoring me. Wish Rouge would leave lipstick around my room. Why did I read that out loud? The robotic arms here are really helpful. What's the arm doing to my hair? He fixed it up a bit. That's incredible. What interesting tech. Uh-oh, should I fear for my job a little bit? How well can it microwave? Breathtaking views. This train passes by some incredible sights. Just happy to be traveling at a normal speed. I get nauseous. Nauseous? Nauseous. I get nauseous pretty easily. I have to avoid things like roller coasters. I don't mind roller coasters, though I find myself running on the tracks more than I do riding in the carts. Yawn. That's a reference to something. I'll never understand this friend group. Okay, so we're playing as a guy who is not familiar with Sonic and Friends. Decent cash reward for finding this robot. Maybe I'll keep an eye out. That is Almo Chow. I do not want him to be found. Poor Almo Chow. Or Almo Chow. I hate to see them like this. Oh, them. Nauseous. Okay. Nauseous. I don't think that's right. What do they do? Medical malpractice. Interesting. Clearly we won't be able to give the game Super Monkey Ball a try. Nauseous, there we go. Yeah, I figured that was right, I just couldn't remember. Yeah, I'm sure Super Monkey... Does Super Monkey Ball have a joystick? That doesn't seem right. Do we think it broke when the train sped up? The damages looked more to be caused from punches? Could have done that. What are you two looking at me for? Smashed Arcade is added to your inventory. I think we found enough clues. Let's go interrogate Knuckles and find out what really happened. I thought I told you to leave me alone. I like your hat. Knuckles, are you blushing? I said, leave me alone. Doesn't look like he's used to being complimented. So just adjust your head a bit so we can see it better. I said, leave. Can I take your order? Not hungry. Well, if you ever are, you'll let me know, won't you? Sure, like a butler of sorts, right? Come on, Cold Steel, you're not a butler. Tell him that. Yeah, like a butler. Excellent. Thank you, butler. Dang it. There we go. Knuckles, Cold Steel, and I need to determine what you were doing during the hour the murder took place. I already told you. Buzz off. You're not getting anything out of me. Thankfully, we don't need you to say much. What happened here is pretty obvious. It is? Yeah, you fucking punched the arcade machine. We have evidence, too. We do? Cold Steel, just take a good look at our inventory. What was distracting Knuckles during the time Sonic was murdered? Must be the smashed arcade. Arcade machine? Ha! What makes you think I touched it? This was an April Fool's Day joke. Why did they put so much effort into this? This isn't a tough one, Knuckles. Knuckles, you clearly touched the arcade machine because your hair was found at the scene. Super Monkey Balls are fairy game. The arcade cabinet is covered in punches. What evidence do you have that the damages are punches? You're all staring at my hands for. Knuckles, you clearly destroyed the arcade machine, but why? I needed a punching bag and none were available to me. This is a sudden urge to punch, huh? I believe repairing the arcade machine will give us our answer. How will you... I'm on it, Cold Steel. Distract Knuckles while I fix Super Monkey Ball. Bring it on. So wait, how am I distracting him by playing a game? Oh god. God Gamer. Arcade machine is fixed. No, don't look at the scores. Quick, look at the scores. Knuckles doesn't talk to private dicks. Pulling it up now. Vector beat him by 1 point. Let's see, hold on. Vector, Knuckles, Toast, Apple, Bread, Ultim, Bagel, Candy. Okay, what does this tell us? Nothing, obviously. This is something massive. Look at the name at the top of the list. It's Vector. He's supposed to be in the library car. The picture is beginning to be painted here. You competed with Vector to see who could get the highest score, and Vector beat you. And in frustration, you destroyed the arcade cabinet. Urgh. He's punching the air in frustration. You're guessing. Where's your proof? Where's your evidence? Vector's a common name. Prove to me he was here now. Now Cold Steel, what proves Vector was here with Knuckles? The lipstick, that's what. Vector is as common as John Smith, obviously. Yeah. No. Thought it was strange there was more than one cup sitting next to you. While you were supposed to be participating in the murder mystery game for Amy's birthday, you and Vector enjoyed some drinks. Oh, excuse me. Sorry, I just ate before this. Playing arcade. I wasn't. Don't tell Amy. I think we're on the right track here. So as you say, Vector popped in at the top of the hour wanting to play the arcade machine with me. We went back and forth trying to figure the game out, but when we did, we competed for the highest score. When he bested me, I destroyed the machine. No proof of his win. I was trying to fix the arcade cabinet before you two came in. Honest, I didn't want to be caught. And that's my story and alibi. I've already told an abridged version of this to Amy. Boy, this friend group has a lot of pride issues. Oh, that explains one of the used cups. What are the cup with the lipstick mark? Rouge is in here too. It's inconsequential, not worth mentioning. She searched around for something but failed, made fun of our game, and left. Obnoxious, that one. But you offered her a drink, apparently? Listen, I don't know why she showed up, and I've told you everything that happened before the train sped up. Are you not satisfied? Will you two relent? I'm understanding the scenario. Vector visited to play games, Rouge couldn't find something and left, then Knuckles destroyed the machine. That all makes sense to me. Thank you for answering so many of our Actually, that's not everything, is it, Knuckles? I want to step back to something I noticed. One more name on that high score list. Doesn't make sense. Cold Steel, can you take a look one more time? An odd name on the highest score list. What is Tails talking about? Ultim. All the other names have a food theme, but this one. Who here goes by Ultim? May not know Cold Steel, but there's someone here that goes by that title. The ultimate life form. Oh. There's really someone here that goes by that? Well, then sneaks by you, does it, bud? Vector and I were struggling so much with the game, but then Shadow dropped by. So Shadow was here too? He taught us the game and was the first to get his name on the scoreboard. Vector and I then fought to beat Shadow's score. Shadow plays video games? They're both very annoying. You all immediately had to compete, huh? He gave me this before we left. Key. Shadow told me to lock the door and to not open it for anyone. Then he left. When Vector was leaving, I locked the door behind him, saw no one else after locking the door. It's the honest truth. So when Amy came through here not too long ago, did you open the door for her? No, I think she has some sort of key, too. That's right, the conductor gave her that special birthday key. Well, I have a lot of questions. What happened in the library to cause Vector to come here? Why is Shadow locking doors? And what was Rouge searching for? Well, Shadow is a locksmith. I don't know. They didn't tell me, even though I asked with that cowboy accent. You're gonna have to find them and ask them yourselves. More information than I expected to get there, but it seems we can move on. As of right now, I believe your story, Knuckles. We'll only know for sure when we confirm things with Vector. Fair enough. The library's the next car. I'll open the lock for you. Give whoever KO'd Sonic an earful for me. Detective Tails and Butler. I liked it better when he wasn't talking to us. Will do, Sheriff. Come on, Cold Steel, let's head to the library. On it. This is way more exciting than microwaving chili dogs. Who microwaves a chili dog? You don't microwave a hot dog. Who does that? Can I get my water bottle open, please? There we go. Cold Steel does that? Oh, okay, yes, we have established that. Okay, coming. You need to mosey down to the next car? You do it. People microwave hot... No, listen. You don't microwave hot dogs, you boil them. I am from Chicago. I make hot dogs on a regular basis. You either grill them or you boil them. And the Chicago way, funnily enough, is boiling them. You let the water boil in a pot for about, for as long as it takes for it to boil. Once it's boiling, you put the hot dogs in, and then you cook them for 5 minutes. Or until they're floating. And then you're done. You do it all 3 ways. Well, I've never microwaved a hot dog, but I have grilled hot dogs. Well, I've cooked them on the stove. And I've boiled them. I prefer boiling them. That's also the way that Chicago places do it. And Zach, if you're new here, I am from Chicago, so... We kind of know how to do hot dogs here. We're the ones who invented it. No way, dang nabbit. Don't you mean dag nabbit? You got it, partner. I need you to hop those dogs. Onwards. The library car. All this stuff's getting heavy. I'll dump what I don't need. Everyone's favorite journalist reporter, Amy Rose, is hot on the scoop. I'm heading out. You've been fabulously helpful. Already? Before you go, SB and I wanted to give you your presents. My presents? You're both too sweet, thank you. Vector, it seems we have more guests. Amy, there you are. Have you found any leads yet? Oh, the detective pair needs help from the birthday girl? Ah, she knows everyone's allowed to be sassy on their birthday. This tip is just too juicy to ignore. I'll see you all around. Don't worry, Sonic. I'll be the one to avenge you. And quick. Now you're gonna leave. The door to the next car is locked. Oh, you doubt the birthday girl? Oh, it really has a birthday cake on it. Birthday girl has a master key. Right. The birthday girl gets the birthday key. Of course, it's a birthday privilege. I'll solve this case before anyone else. Bye. You have to speak like Vector does. I can't do Vector's voice. If I could, I wouldn't be able to do it for very long. This is a lot more talking than I normally do on stream. I have water with me, but my voice is probably going to give out at some point if I try to do too many voices. I can do Sonic and I can do Shadow, and that's about it. I can do some mild voice acting for the other characters, but I absolutely cannot do Vector's voice, and I'm going to be honest, I don't even know what SBO sounds like. The last time I heard SBO talk was Sonic Heroes, and I haven't played that game since 2004. I think I just aged myself. Amy may be hasty, but she's thorough. That's how you say it. Now what are you two doing? Looking mighty suspicious, I'd say. I'm the detective, so I can't be the murderer. And I'm, here to ask if anyone's hungry. Starved! I'd kill for a chicken parmesan right now. Oh god, so could I. Maybe kill isn't the right language to use right now. I'm Vector, the butcher. I'm licensed to handle raw meat. Oh, are ya? Are ya now? And I'm Espio, the poet. Ah, poetry. A resonant message from poet to reader meant to challenge our delicate perspectives with the most rhythmic of prose. Shut the fuck up, you nerd. Can I hear some? Sure, teardrops in the spring, can you hear me sing? La la la, dee 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 dee. Is that it? I have more if you like. Cherry blossoms in the spring. I'm satisfied for now, thanks. This is rhyming, I suppose. Fuck off, Tails. Coldsteel and I are here to establish both of your alibis. Can you walk us through what happened after Amy had everyone leave the dining car? Oh sure, it's simple. We just explained this to Amy, actually. When we were all sent off, Rouge, Blaze, Shadow, and Sonic all passed through this library car, where Amy told me and SBO to stay. I promptly picked a book off the shelf and made myself comfortable. Vector got bored, so he left to see what Knuckles was up to in the saloon car. Yep. Where was Rouge? We happened to see her lipstick stain on the cup of the saloon car. Rouge came over to the library car, seemingly looking for something, and she went to search the saloon car. She came back shortly after. We heard her shout no way at the brochure stand over there, but she left back to the casino car before Shadow came through and locked the door. I know what she found. She's obviously been on the hunt for something. After Rouge left, Shadow walked through the casino car, then entered the library car and locked the door behind him. More importantly, why has Shadow been locking doors? Shadow walked through the library car to the saloon car where Knuckles and I were playing games. He insisted on showing us up at Super Monkey Ball. I got so engrossed by the rolling monkey action I hardly noticed when Shadow left the saloon car. I guess he walked through the library car to the casino car again, locking the door behind him. Then returned to the lounge car where he was meant to be stationed. When Vector came back, we realized Knuckles locked the door to the saloon car. We were stuck in the library car. That's when the train sped up. We were worried about the bookshelves falling on us, but we got through it alright. We sat trapped here until Amy arrived asking questions. She's the one that told us someone murdered Sonic. And yeah, that's all that happened. With all these locked doors, it seemed Vector or Espio couldn't have left the library car or the saloon car. Thank you both for your cooperation. We're just going to peek around and we'll return with any questions. If you return with any meat, I'll chop it up for you. If you'd like to be serenaded with a poem, I got you covered too. Thanks, guys. Your alibi seems solid enough, but we should still search for clues. What we're looking for is evidence that proves what they're saying is true. We need to confirm Vector's reason for leaving his post and determine if Espio was actually in the library card reading. A tall task, but we can do it. Let's get to the bottom of this, Tails. Absolutely. Chaos Cola. Check out our book club. Book of the month, Gone Gal. It's the hand again. I'm just in a keen interact with the conductor. See, that's not big. That's the conductor. I feel like Shadow did it. Okay, well, look. It's either Shadow or it's the train itself. It's one of the two. It can't be anyone else. It's either Shadow or the train, because that arm is part of the train. Who built the train? Did Eggman build the train? No spoilers, because I've actually managed to... Eggman probably built the train. Killed Sonic. Yeah, see... That's what I'm thinking now. We'll see, though. Nobody spoil anything, because I have not actually seen any spoilers for this. This is my first time actually playing it, or seeing it. Wow, I wish I could stop and look at all these books. Sonic needs me. No time to rest. Alright, let's move on, then. Well, I mean, a little peek wouldn't hurt. Scavenging through all the book titles excitedly. It's like a kid in a candy shop, or in this case, a genius in a train library. That's odd. I know some books have fallen out on the floor and everything, but every book on these shelves is in alphabetical order, but this one. You can't spoil because you haven't seen it either? Well, that's good. The Mirage Express Manual. It's a user guide to the Mirage Express, the train we're currently on. Do you think someone found it on the ground and put it back? Maybe, but it is interesting. Let's make a note of this. Mirage Express Manual is added to your inventory. So that's the conductor and the conductor car. Wait, I thought the conductor left. What's this bright red book? Oh, yuck. This reeks of the evil scientist, Dr. Eggman. Yep, this is Dr. Eggman's autobiography and recipe book. What kind of recipes? Who cares? I wouldn't trust any book he's written. It's weird this is even here. Maybe people just appreciate an omelet. You may not be wrong. Maybe the conductor is Eggman in a fursuit. He is the right size and the right height. And there is an autobiography just sitting there. To be a rather random thing to include on a train, considering Dr. Eggman is, you know, fucking evil. Globe of our marvelous planet. I haven't traveled around much. The islands are fun and all, but I'd love to visit some of the countries. They're a lot of fun, honestly. Plenty of wonderful people and shops. The food can't be beat, either. Ah, sounds perfect for a vacation. The conductor was talking about Spagonia, if you've ever been there. I have, actually. If you're ever visiting, be sure to stop at the university and say hi to Professor Pickle. He'll tell you everything about the area, and makes one scrumptious sandwich. Ooh, I could go for a sandwich. One of the local places around us has spicy burgers, which I had forgotten that they had. We actually got food from them today, and I got tacos and a frozen strawberry lemonade. But the next time we go there, I want to get that burger. Script knows everyone has been everywhere, haven't they? Something's always hidden in the trash. Let's check there. I hate to say it, but there's nothing here. I really thought there'd be something there. Colsigo, you said there was nothing in the trash bin? No, I'm all right. I'm sure there will be something hidden in the next trash bin we find. Really think so? Yeah, we just gotta stay optimistic. Yeah, okay, this trash bins hide a secret, I'm sure of it. Cold Steel, you're pretty unconventional, but I like that. Is that supposed to be a compliment? Let's just take a pause and sit for a second. These chairs are very comfy, so plush. Puts me right in the mood to read. So I'm gonna take a nap, personally. Maybe I'll rest my eyes a bit. Cold Steel, no, don't fall asleep. There's been a murder, remember? I had a ring for every time a murder ruined my nap time. How many rings would you have? So many books on the ground. I should have had time to pick them all up. I sadly have no interest in picking up these books. A lot of these were knocked out by the train speeding up. But Rouge pulled a lot of these out too, searching for something. What reckless behavior. I feel sorry for the poor books. Spines are creasing. They're opening too far. This kid feels empathy for everything. Shadow supposedly walked through the library car before going into the saloon car. When Shadow left the library car, he locked this door on the way out. There's gotta be a reason he's doing this. That door does not look locked. Should we make a note of it? Yeah, I do believe we should. Shadow's lock is added to your inventory. Oh, poor thing. That arm is really struggling cleaning up this car. To be fair, I wouldn't want to clean up all this mess either. Let's just leave it alone to do its thing. Yeah, probably for the best. Ooh, brochures. There are travel destination ideas here, like amusement parks, caverns, hotels, restaurants. Oh! Cold Steel, look at this. There's a couple maps here. It seems to be a map of the library car. The books are categorized by genre, which are listed here. I love a good overhead map. Let's take it. Library map is added to your inventory. Should we take this brochure about a cave too? Look, the stalactites. Nah, leave it. Oh, yeah, that's fair. Give me a sec here. I think there might be something stuck in my throat. It's fine, we'll deal with it. Nobody shares my fondness for caves. I think we found enough clues. Let's go interrogate Vector and Espio to find out what really happened. A chow hangs precariously from a tree branch. The large text below reads, "Hang in there." Wow, I really needed to see this. Yeah? This little chow is hanging there, refusing to use his wings to fly to safety because choosing the hard way is often the most rewarding. That's beautiful. If this chow can stick to his principles and find strength, then I can too. There's no way there was that much thought put into this poster. Right? Hang in there, Kupo. Alright, let's do Vector first. Did you bring me any meat to chop? Maybe a butcher, but they confiscated my meat cleaver before getting on the train. I actually tried to bring a knife on the train. I'm a man of authenticity, Tails. Without a knife, I'm just a chef in a ketchup-stained apron, not a butcher. I think if you had a knife on you, we'd definitely think you were the murderer. But what if I hid the knife? You know, I'm not the biggest fan of this line of thought. Can I take your order? Oh yes, please, I'm starved. Actually, I'm off duty at the moment. The murder mystery is more important. Why would you show the menu to me? Come on, Cold Steel, why would you tease him like that? I thought I could trust you. You've made a fool of me. Look, Cold Steel, you've made him a fool. Come on, Cold Steel, smooth this over. No, I'm the fool. Yeah. I smooth things over, but at what cost? So the two of you don't believe us, eh? It's not that I don't trust either of you, but I wouldn't be a proper detective without examining the validity of your alibis. Cold Steel and I are here to confirm two things. Why Vector left to go play games with Knuckles, and if Espio really was reading in the library car. Vector, we'll start with you. Why did you leave the library car to visit Knuckles? We're prepared to present evidence if need. Oh, it's easy, I got bored. What? I was entertaining him enough, it seems. Vector enjoys being social. Plus, we were instructed to mingle. I remember the arcade machine in the saloon car, so I figured I'd go check it out. It seems to line up with the information we gathered with Knuckles. And that brings our attention to you, Espio. Rouge entered the library car, found something, and left. You said you immediately started reading, but were you actually reading the entire time you were in the library car? Of course he was. Once Espio starts reading, he doesn't stop till it's done. I've seen it happen. Must have been a good read. What was the book? SBO doesn't know you that. Detective, let the man live. What if it was embarrassing? What kind of things do you think I read? You won't talk. I have a hunch on what that book might be. Cold Steel, could you please help me out? Alright, Cold Steel, what book do we think SBO may have been reading? Manual? You think SBO was reading instructions? What argument could you possibly have to support this? Oh, there's more to the platform now. There are books scattered around the floor, sure, but the remaining books on the shelves were all in alphabetical order. All except this manual, meaning someone at the very least picked the manual up and put it back in the incorrect place. That's another yawn. Thank you, Zeno. Yeah, I was trying to do it. This lack of attention to detail isn't normally like you, SBO. Hey now, I won't have you insulting my pal like that. Calm down, Vector. I know you mean well, but I can handle myself. Apologies, SBO. But you're in a poet. Friendship can form anywhere. That is indeed the book I was reading, the Mirage Express Manual. Trains are cool. In that case, we'd like to ask you a few questions about the manual. Cold Steel, if you don't mind. Could you ask SBO some questions about the manual? Just flip to a page and ask away. Oh, I see. Quiz SBO about the manual to prove you read it. Excuse me, which page should I quiz him on? Okay, what efficient and extremely accurate technology was installed to assist in keeping the train spotless? Robotic arms. During events, they can perform a variety of tasks and are responsible for cleaning up trash and messes afterwards. Remember the conductor saying the train can clean itself. Well, I have a feeling the train company just didn't want to hire any janitors. Robotic arms can also detect weapons or explosives being brought onto the train, ensuring passenger safety. Seems like SBO aced that question. Cold Steel, hit him with another one. Oh, okay, which one do I choose? What is the Mirage Express's cancellation policy? No refunds and you will be charged with a no-show fee. This does not apply if you're over the age of 65. Gee, the person who made this rule must have been over the age of 65. Last one, Cold Steel. Let's see if SBO can go 3 for 3. Gotcha, which page should I pick last? What was implemented to support the conductor duties and ease general train obligations? An intelligent data processing system works in tandem with the conductor to ensure smooth travel for guests. I remember this. The train has an autopilot, but it can't access its full suite of capabilities without the conductor present. Now, did I pass your little test? Yes. Totally. It's wild you were able to retain all this information so quickly. Poet's brain is often surprising. I don't know if I'd be bragging about that. You've clearly read the manual. Those answers feel far too specific to be guesses. And you both had the nerve to question my buddy like that. Don't we want to be supporting folks who can read? You have to admit though, reading the entire time a murder occurred does sound a bit suspicious, even if true. But he answered all my questions so calmly. That's very impressive. No, I understand everyone's cautious attitudes. Vector was the only one to see me reading after all. My alibi is hard to substantiate despite being the truth. Well, you definitely read through the manual, so I suppose we can... SBO, is that true? Vector was the only one to see you reading? Yes, that's correct. Problem? Frankly, I don't believe that can be true, and we have evidence to back it up. Cold Steel? Oh, this puts me on the spot. Okay, Cold Steel, think. We should have a piece of evidence linked to someone who also saw SBO reading, but what? Shadow's lock? Please, pray tell, what this has to do with anything? Rap, Cold Steel, let's get our argument together. 50! This was a damn liar. Shadow walked through the library car to get to the saloon car, where he set the original high score in the arcade machine. Yeah, but I ended up beating it. It wasn't the high score long. Crocs are natural gamers. SPO said he saw Shadow enter the library car, but he's mentioned nothing about Shadow's return. Ew, what was that noise? It only mentions that Vector came back. When Shadow left Knuckles and Vector in the saloon car, SPO was fully seated reading his book for a good while at this point. We know Shadow had to walk back through the library car when he left the saloon car, so there's absolutely no way Shadow and SPO didn't notice one another on Shadow's return trip. I mean, it was a simple slip-up. I was just fully immersed in my book that I didn't notice Shadow. Telling me the sound of doors opening and locking wouldn't have caused you to look up? Oh, you see, and since SPO's desperation here, defending the argument that he was reading the entire time isn't easy. So if you didn't see Shadow returning from the saloon car to lock all the doors, then at that moment, were you really in the library car at all? Well, how would SPO leave? Shadow locked all the doors and no one saw SPO in the saloon car. It's a mystery, my dear Cold Steel, but one that I would love for SPO to solve. You gotta believe me. Cold demeanor is vanishing. I was so involved with my book I didn't notice Shadow pass back through the library car, honest. When Vector returned, he even had to tap me on the shoulder to get my attention. Yeah, I think I remember doing that. I must avenge my friend's death, so I'll ask you again, SPO. If you weren't there for Shadow to see you reading, then how did you leave the library car? I wasn't, I didn't. Why doesn't this seem right to me? Tails definitely feels like he's onto something, but I don't see it. Was SPO simply sitting reading, or did he somehow vanish to not notice Shadow's return to the library car? What should I do? What do you think? Defend SPO, join Tails? What do you guys think? Is SPO lying? Play good cop? That's impossible, there are no good cops. He's showing with SPO to get him to slip. Okay. Defend SPO. To make sure our guests are taken care of, I have to speak up. Tails. We have a piece of evidence that can answer all of our problems. Alright, my fellow associate, lay it on me. What piece of evidence shows Shadow and SPO couldn't have seen one another? This? Alright, now let's get my thoughts in order. Yeah, but uh-oh. Alright, we're good. The library map? Oh, I see. See the exits? They're right across from one another, a straight path. If Shadow walked down the straight path, there's a way SPO and Shadow couldn't have seen one another. Looks like you'll have to point out where exactly on the map you mean. Where could SPO have been for Shadow to not see him? Listen, that's where I was sitting reading my book. I can second this. When I returned from the saloon car, SPO is in the same spot. That confirms it then. You see, Shadow and SPO couldn't have seen one another from this spot. Because a bookcase is in the way. There's no way Shadow could have seen SPO, or vice versa. Makes a lot of sense why you never mentioned Shadow's return, SPO. There's just no way you would have seen him. I apologize for losing my cool back there. Felt like I was grasping despite telling the truth. I'm glad you all believe me now. Your alibi isn't the most airtight, but I have no further points. Thank you both for answering all our questions. We did it! Another pair of alibis validated. Too many locked doors to worry about, but I'm glad everything straightened itself out in the end. Oh, I'm exhausted. I'm gonna crash here for a bit. These chairs are so comfy. Likewise, I could use a breather. Sadly, our work isn't done. I have plenty of questions for Rouge and especially Shadow. Oh, seems the door to the next car is open. Amy must have kept it open while she passed through earlier. Then that's our cue to leave. See you later, Vector and SBO. Give him heck. If you need any meat chopped up, say the word. I'll keep my poetry sharp for you both. A murderer is on the loose. While doors keep getting locked, tick-tock, tick-tick-tock goes the clock while our heroes are in the caboose. The fuck kind of rhyming scheme is that? I like the, chows. God, I missed the chow garden. Sega knows that everyone wants the chow garden to return. We haven't seen it since Sonic Advance 2. This one I'm feeling pretty confident in our detective abilities. We're really doing this. Come on, Cold Steel, let's see what's next. Coming. Sure you don't want to stay and look at all the great books a little longer? We'll have to set up the interrogation room for Rouge. Mystery calls. Okay, the investigation continues. Why does that Chow have a mustache? Why is there a Chow here? Casino car. All this stuff's getting heavy. I'll dump what I don't need. Alright, let me, that is not the right option. Rouge, there we are. We have a lot to say to you. We visited every train car so far, and everyone said they've seen you wandering about. It's high time you told us why. My, talk about a warm welcome. Quick to the point, aren't you, darling? And I see you brought the Microwave Master with you. Ah, please don't let that be my legacy. Tails is right. Folks have brought you up a lot. Care to explain? Tell them, Rouge. We're gonna need the help. Please? Alright, I've been hunting for a treasure rumored to be stored here on the train. Treasure? Certainly didn't tell me about treasure in the interview. Since I'm part business tycoon, part purveyor of fine collectibles, I knew I had to find it. Tell them what it is, Rouge. Alright, well, it's a Faberge Chow egg. Oh, that does sound extravagant. Please don't tell me you accepted Amy's birthday invite only to find that egg. Oh, and we can have multiple goals. I gave Amy her birthday present already, so everything's well taken care of. She wrote me in on the hunt immediately. I stayed here while she searched the train cars for clues. Why is Blaze here too? Or though, I thought she was dead or from another universe. She is from another universe. She visited for Amy's birthday because she likes to... Oh god, my throat. She likes the birthday cakes from this dimension better than her own. She was going to head back as soon as the birthday was over. I deduced that the Faberge Chow egg is here in this train car locked in the safe. Wait, so the treasure is real? It's actually here? And what did you manage to find, Rouge? Oh well, why don't you both take a look? Found the train's blueprints in the library car with the safe code written right on it. Score of a lifetime. Train's blueprints? Please, Rouge, let us see that. Finders keepers, sweetheart. There's a problem. We need your assistance. What kind of problem? The elevator behind the security guard leads us right to the room holding the Faberge Chow egg. But we're not getting anywhere without the guard's access card. Is the Chow the access card, or the guard? We need a plan to get that card to use the elevator, and our chance of success grows with everyone's help. So you want us to help you steal the Faberge Chow egg. Blaze, you don't have a problem with this? I see no issues here. Sounds like a fine business venture. Ah, her lore card must be influencing her decisions here. Either that or breaking the rules must be refreshing for a princess. Cold Steel, do you have an opinion on this? Stealing is for squares. It's time for a 5-finger discount. I'm going with the 5-finger discount. I suppose both Blaze and Cold Steel are in. Okay, let's get that Faberge Chow egg. Hee, that's the ticket. Happy to have you both on the team. Now we must plan. Oh boy, what have we gotten ourselves into? Access to the Faberge Chow Egg room is behind a locked elevator door. The security guard has the access card. Do we attack the guard, bribe the guard, distract the guard? Let's distract the guard. Distract them. Perfect. Well, we're all charming enough for that to work. That was actually a really nice thing to say. Cold Steel, is everything okay? I've never seen you smile like that. Seems they don't know how to take a compliment. I'm gonna be in a casino, my poker face needs work. Okay, who's distracting the security guard? It should be Tails? Sure, I could be the distraction. I don't like the way he said that. Veto. I'm with Blaze. His delivery was shaky. No, really, I could do it. Sorry, buddy, but I think it'll be better off elsewhere. In that case, who should we choose? Okay, who's distracting the security guard? Rouge with her tits out. Of course I'll distract them. Who could resist my feminine charms? I'm not sure how effective your charms will be on a Chow. Tails, are you talking about her tits? Plus, your flight might prove useful. I'm not sure you being the distraction makes sense. Oh well, fair enough. Let's think it over again. Was Tails just talking about her tits? Whip him out, yeehaw. When in doubt, whip it out, I guess. Alright, well, Blaze. Think you can distract the guard, Blaze? In my life, I've never let a single person down. I won't falter. She's talking about her tits. Great. Her voice was so stoic. I have chills. Well, I trust her. Moving on. What's the distraction? Pretend the claw machine is stuck. Push a bunch of poker chips to the floor. Ask the Chow about their partner and kids. I need to know what this does. Excellent. People love talking about themselves. This will easily distract the guard. Perfect. I think we can move on then. Wait. Wait, that was the right answer? What? What? Why was that the right answer? That was the correct answer. The guard distracted Rouge. How would you get the access card? Grab them and fly up to the rafters. Ask for the card. Pick their pocket. I'll snatch the access key. No problem. That Chow in uniform won't notice a thing. Excellent. We can count on you, Rouge. Try not to take anything else from them if you can help it. No promises. The card obtained, we need to get Blaze out of there. Cold Steel, what's your plan? Say there's a drink without a coaster. Push the security guard over. Pretend you're Blaze's spouse. I want to know what this is. Then you'd be marrying into the royal family. What is your heritage? Any war crimes I should know about? Well, you're just far too plain. You would need a complete refashioning immediately. You know what? Maybe we should try something else. Interesting. You give up far too easily as well. We'd have to work on your fortitude. I said we'll try something else. Say there's a drink without a coaster. Absolutely vile. I can think of nothing worse. Despicable. I would never allow such a thing in my kingdom. The guard will go running immediately, I'm sure of it. Great, and with the guard distracted, we'll all head to the elevator. And just like that, we all make it in the elevator. Inside, we sing. I want to see what this one does. Sing Victory a cappella. That's a proper victory. Oh no, one last security measure we didn't account for. What do we do about the mechanical arms attacking from the ceiling? Have Tails disable them. I should be able to disengage them. I'll just need some time. Well, that leads us nicely to our next question. Oh no, Tails is taking a while and the arms are tightening their grip. Cry and hope they sympathize. Tails managed to do it. Darlings, I'm happy to say this plan is perfect. Everyone is ready, it's time to execute. I'm ready, let's begin. Alright, let's see what's up that elevator. What is going on? I knew the plan would go off without a hitch. We couldn't have made it this far without you both. You have my gratitude. Our planning beforehand was very thorough, I must admit, and it was executed to perfection. Enough chatter, now we claim our real prize. I have the safe code right here on these blueprints. Let's claim our Faberge Chow Egg. Hee hee. No question, this has got to be the safe with our treasure. Enter in the code on the blueprints and find out, Rouge. On it, sweetheart. Let's see. 230401. Oh, wow. It's here! Haha, I have it. Alright, before anyone else sees us, let's get out of here. Hold on, kiddo. We can't be so hasty. You truly think that's all there is to this egg? No further secrets whatsoever? Rouge, spit it out. What are you hiding? Only 3 of these eggs were ever made, each hiding their own individual secret. No one knows the secret because anyone who's opened one of these has never lived to tell the tale. You can open the egg? You sure can, and all of you will bear witness to its secret. Rouge, I don't know if you should. All you need to do is twist it. That was a ticking sound in-game. Uh-oh. Rouge, has no one lived to tell the egg's secret because each egg is a bomb? I think you're onto something, kid. It sure sounds like a bomb. We need to dispose of that egg now. Dispose of it after all our hard work? Rouge. Fine, but what do we do? Where do I put this thing? It's an excellent question. What do we do with the bomb? Throw it in, lock it in the safe. Quick, put the egg back, Rouge. Okay, fine, it's going back in. Tails, the safe won't lock. The door's staying open. But what? Close the door and twist the dial. I obviously am. There must be some weird way to relock the door. There's no other buttons or dials. How are you supposed to? We don't have time to mess with this. Think of something else. Where did you hear about Chaos Control? Doesn't matter. We need a Chaos Emerald to be able to do that. Well, dang it. Are you insane? Do you want us to just blow up? We need to dispose of the bomb, Cold Steel. That is our goal. Listen, I get that, but what if the egg isn't a bomb? Wait, that's right. Cold Steel, I think you're onto something. Huh? What's right? Spit it out, kiddo. We don't have any time. Sorry, it's just SBO did say something interesting when he quizzed him about the train's manual. Okay, what efficient and extremely accurate technology was installed to assist in keeping the train spotless? Robotic arms. During events, they can perform a variety of tasks and are responsible for cleaning up trash and messes afterwards. The robotic arms can also detect weapons or explosives being brought onto the train, ensuring passenger safety. One of them was letting Rouge kiss the egg, by the way. Those robot arms that attacked us in the elevator seem to have a lot of functions here on the train. If a bomb was brought onto the train disguised as this Faberge Chow egg, the arms would have detected it and wouldn't have allowed it in. The only other person who knows the coming and going of the train is the conductor, and he surely wouldn't allow such a thing either. So if we're out of options, I think we should wait and see what happens. Okay, we wait. Okay. The egg! It opened! It's hollow, it's not a bomb at all. We both really were onto something. Phew! My, well that was one way to get the heart racing. I'm completely relieved. My hunch was right, thankfully. Eee, and look what's inside. Wow, look at that sparkle. It's so heavy, too. The final secret of the Faberge Chow egg is a chow covered in gems. It's perfect. It's exquisite. It's revolutionary. Is she drooling over a sparkly ornament? But I must admit, it is stunning. Said no one lived to tell the Faberge Chow egg's secret. I wonder why the egg wasn't a bomb. Because they weren't as tough as us. I don't know. Who cares? What a precious treasure. A beauty to behold. Maybe they naturally died of old age and just kept the secret with them. Oh, as much fun as this has been, we should get out of here before we're spotted. Good call. Let's go. No one seems to suspect anything, and the security guard is back at their post. Hope they subdued the drink coaster fiend, okay? Thank you both for your assistance. That hunt was exactly the thrill I was seeking. Stealing was strangely fun, but I prefer to never do it again. Now Rouge. Rouge? She's completely absorbed in that bedazzled chow. But, what? What is it, darling? About those blueprints. Now that you're done with them, maybe we could take a look? Well, I appreciate your assistance, as I said, finders keepers. I'll need them a little longer in case I miss any other treasures, but I promise I'll let you take a peek later. I don't want to sound ungrateful, but I'm sure you get it, sweetheart. You can't just add sweetheart to the end of a sentence to make things better. But I don't think there's any reasoning with her. She's more powerful than me. Well, we'll get out of your way for now, then. We have a murder mystery to attend to. Before you go, Shadow gave me and Rouge one of these. He passed through earlier. Let me unlock the door so you can continue forward. You know, we've had a lot of people mention you, Rouge. But we also have just as much suspicion about Shadow. He's unpredictable, that one. Good luck to you. The door's unlocked. Both of you stay safe. Thanks again. Will do. Come on, Cold Steel. Let's head out. Gotcha. The mystery continues. Pulling off that heist was much more enjoyable than the rest of these casino games. Can I interest you to anything on the menu? I'm content for now, thank you. Oh, maybe the egg is a bomb thing destroyed my appetite. Haha, yeah, I was nervous myself. We could tell you sweat out of your uniform pretty often. Yeah, you're a very, animated person. Wow. Tails, we must search the trash bin. It's empty. Oh? Oh, did I hear a no? I've always believed in a thorough investigation, even peeking in the trash. See, it's about persistence, Tails. My dad told me that when he met my mother, he would drive to her work 2 hours away every Tuesday with a flower from his garden. She quickly agreed to a date, and when she arrived at the restaurant, she found 24 roses waiting for her. Within a year, the two were married. It's about caring, dedication, and persistence. It's very sweet, but that's all that's in the bin is a lollipop stick. A lollipop stick. Yeah, like the leftover stick from a lollipop. That's all that's here. Cold Steel? Cold Steel, is everything okay? Do you need me to bring you a flower? Just leave me be. The capabilities of these robot arms are quite spectacular. I'm impressed every time we see them. Can you wonder how they're controlled? I don't know, the conductor was ordering it around a bit earlier. At the very least, things operate much smoother with them here. I wouldn't worry about it. Yeah, that's true. They're very versatile. Dr. Eggman's built a lot of casinos to run around in, but I've never actually sat down to play any for fun. Oh, want to play blackjack? I don't know how to play that. It's easy, let me show you. Cold Steel, we simply don't have time for this. We must avenge Sonic. Probably a good point. Probably a good point. Should I give the slot machine a try? Alright, let's see. Big money, big money. Well, I lost, so I try again. I respect your restraint. Thanks. Thanks again for your help earlier. Now what can I do for you, darlings? Are you hungry? What a paltry menu. Not a lot of options, sweetie. If I may speak freely, Doctor, why theme parks? Is that from Sonic Colors? Because I never finished that one. I think I'll have to pass. Not a problem, just let me know if you need something later. Sure, if I need a bag of chips, I'll holler. Not actually on the menu, funnily enough. Jackpot rings. It's from the comic. I like theme parks. I don't think... is that Archie? I don't think I remember that part. I didn't read all of Archie. Knights Pinball. Oh. By the way, Knights is an early genderless icon in gaming, because Knights does not have a gender. Also, Knights Pinball, I believe, is from Sonic Adventure. No cheating. Twinkle Park. Incidentally, also from Sonic Adventure. Ready to get going? Let's find Shadow. Let's do it. I have been to a casino when I was in Vegas one time. I did not do anything in the casino, though, because I do not like slot games. I don't believe in gambling, really. You're just spending money to lose it. When I was in Vegas, though, I did go to the Pinball Hall of Fame. Which you could argue is spending money to lose it, but at least you get to have fun. That was as good a time as any to clean out my pockets. I know you won't talk, but I know exactly why you've been locking those doors. It's hard to get a word in as you talk over me. I have my reasons. No reason is convincing enough. It's inconceivable what you did. Hey, what's going on? I see you made it here. Oh, wrong voice. I see you made it here, Tails. But I didn't expect the Iron Chef as well. We'll see what you say when your microwave chili dog's delicious. I'd also like to know why you've been locking doors throughout the train, Shadow. Well, it seems Amy already knows, so ask her. I'm not saying a thing. You love will have to tell me why. Now, if you could leave me be, I have an appointment coming up. An appointment? Who wants to meet with him? Oh, Cold Steel, it seems like Shadow isn't going to talk. Let's do some investigating. Alright, ready to find some answers, Tails? Indubitably, my dear Cold Steel. Cold Steel, could you open the wardrobe, please? Sure. Wait, is there a reason you want me to do it? What if something falls out? Or worse, someone leaps out? I just think you should do it. Open the wardrobe for Tails. Alright, watch a pro. All this dust, you opened the door too fast. It blew everywhere. A good excuse to cough to clear my throat. Tails, do you see this? A pull string? Cold Steel? What? It's gotta activate something. What the? The back of the wardrobe opened. There's a full passageway back here. Come on, we have to see where this leads. It's curious. This must mean something big. This is the library. There's a secret passage from the lounge to the library. I don't believe it. Shh, quick, back through the passage before they spot us. We need to add that to our inventory. Hidden passage is added to your inventory. Hey, it's the Big Chow Band. It was a jam. That was spiritual. I feel reawakened. Sensing Big Chow Band. Take a beat. Visit Music Plant Zone. Is that an actual Sonic level? It's another robot arm just doing its thing. It's an employee. Do you have any power over these arms? Can you tell it to do something? Oh, no, but I'll give it a shot. Your robotic arm, can you bring me a cold Chaos Cola? Nope, not listening to me. I'm quite parched, too. I can run and get a Chaos Cola for you. No, I'll be right. Thank you, Tails. I'm the one that's supposed to be working here after all. Tails? No. Tails, I think we should check the trash bin. Every trash bin has been empty, Cold Steel, and you've been disappointed every time. You're going to get sad again if there's nothing in the trash bin, Cold Steel? There's always something in the trash bin. Alright, let's check the trash bin. What's this? Someone printed out the front page of a ticket website? It's for the band Hot Honey. Interesting. Hot Honey is one of Amy's favorite bands. Is that Honey the cat? Who cares what it is? Let's add it to our inventory. You sure this isn't just trash? We'll let you have this. It's always success if you check the trash bin. Crumpled paper is added to your inventory. A keyring? Must be Shadow's, the locksmith. Interesting there's only 2 keys. I figured a locksmith would have a bunch. Want to take it? Yeah, let's take it. Keyring is added to your inventory. I think we found enough clues. Let's go interrogate Shadow and find out what really happened. I'm not done looking at things, hold up. Since the printer is hooked up to the computer, can we print something? Sonic rowing a boat. Oh, this printer is surprisingly tricky to use. Tricky? Yeah, the user interface isn't very clear, but I won't let it stump me. And here you go. Yep, this is exactly what I asked for. I'll quietly set this back on the printer. Wow, Tails, you have to check this out. These windows are huge. What a view. I didn't realize this train would drive along the coast. Spectacular, isn't it? I just want to hop out and take a dip in the ocean. If this train wasn't so nice to be on, I'd agree. Despite the murder lingering in the air. I just thought the same thing. You told us about this in my interview. The lounge has a computer complete with internet access for casual browsing. How lovely. Seems convenient. It is. Shame to be on the computer and missing these gorgeous views, though. Feel like if you're using a computer here, you must really need to use it. I'm going to save again. Feel like we're near the end. Glad you two finally caught up. I'm surprised it took you so long to get here. I thought you wanted to save Sonic. We've been thorough. Do you have any clues for us? Just a hot tip, but all will be revealed in due time. I think I'll be shedding a big light on this whole case. A Here, sharing is caring. No way! Journalist reporter Amy Rose is always first to reveal a scoop. When you're ready to challenge Shadow, talk to him, then I'll be ready. I'm so curious what it is. She seems confident. I'll hold you to it. Can I take your order? Not ordering a single thing till we get birthday cake. Cake first, dinner after. Otherwise, I'll get full on dinner and can't have any cake. You have priorities, I respect that. Just makes sense. Why did you come over here? There's nothing I can help either of you with. I ask that you leave me be. That stare, so cold. Now maybe we will get out of here, actually. Cold Steel, we certainly will not. I'll take you up on that coffee. On the back of the dining car, I'll whip that right up. Coffee on a train. There's no better combination. Some marshmallows would make it perfect. Sure. Took every muscle in his body to agree with Tails. Who puts marshmallows in coffee? Shadow, we have questions for you. Will you three get out? I'm busy. As I said, I have an appointment to attend to. Sorry, but this is important. Shadow, we've questioned everyone on this train, and every single person is mentioned running into you. You've been locking every door in this train, and I know why. Eh? Pray tell, why was I locking all the doors? Hehe, time to reveal my hot tip. Hope everyone's ready for a scoop found by yours truly. We're ready. According to the map, the next car is the conductor's car where Sonic was stationed. This door right here in the lounge car is the only door that leads to the conductor's car. Follow me? So Shadow was locking all the doors for one reason and one reason alone. To keep Sonic from escaping the conductor's car. So you think Shadow was trapping Sonic? I sure do. He locked the conductor's car and then locked all the others so one locked door wasn't suspicious. Your conjecture. You all get out and leave me be. Well, my source can back up these claims. They will remain anonymous, but I think the point stands. My source claims they never saw Sonic again after he went to the conductor's car. Why? Because he was trapped and couldn't leave the conductor's car. Reckless speculation. Does the logic sound though? Shadow trapping Sonic? I'll play along and follow this train of logic, Amy. Shadow did lock the door to the conductor's car, imprisoning Sonic. And how was Sonic found in the dining car? Exactly. Then Cold Steel and I can explain the car change, however. Cold Steel, what evidence do we have that shows Sonic could have gotten to the dining car? Okay, just get my thoughts in order. Oh boy. Shit. Tails is thinking of hot chocolates. Cold Steel lets Sonic into his special zone. No, Cold Steel was in the dining car's closet when Sonic got in there. Cold Steel and I found a hidden passage in the wardrobe that leads right to the library car. What? A secret passage? So someone could have used the passage, snuck through the library car, walked past the distracted boys playing arcade, and safely arrived at the dining car. Excellent work, Cold Steel. So just my theory a bit. So Shadow murdered Sonic in the conductor car, but then thought the crime scene being so close to his station was suspicious. Shadow picked up Sonic, locked the door to the conductor car on the way out, and dropped the body off at the dining car. Are you officially accusing Shadow of murder? I am, but of course it's just a theory. A game theory! I don't have any evidence to back this up, other than my hot scoop. Ha! Since Tails and I were more thorough than you. Shadow's not going to talk, then I'll humor you once again. If Shadow traveled through the hidden passage and appeared in the library car, then how did Espio and Vector not see him? Well, I suppose it would be hard to sneak around two people. Cold Steel, do you have any guesses? Oh, well, Espio and Vector didn't see Shadow because Vector was with Knuckles. That's true, Vector was with Knuckles and wouldn't have seen Shadow enter the library car. See, things are falling into place. But what about Espio? I believe SBO was behind a bookshelf at a table reading. SBO reading in the library checks out. That's what he told me, too. He's lying. Was that Shadow? When I completely obliterated Knuckles and Vector at that whatever game, I left the saloon car. I spent some time looking for SBO, but he was not there. He was not in the library car. I believe you. You're currently my #1 suspect. Why are you even searching for SBO, huh? If you must know, I needed to give him a key. As if, why would a locksmith be giving away his keys? Shadow's been giving away a lot of keys, actually. Everyone but us seems to have one. That's true, everyone's been able to unlock the next door for us. I didn't know that. Shadow's been passing out keys? Perhaps Cold Steel and I can further validate Shadow's claims. We do what? Cold Steel, what evidence supports Shadow's claim that he was giving keys away? Who's only got the 2? Feels good. Time to get my thoughts in order. Jet. There's only one reason there's exactly 2 keys on that keyring. Those were the 2 keys Shadow meant to give SBO and Vector. No way. Well, what of his own key? Couldn't one of those be for him? I have my own key on me. Interesting. So let's say Shadow's telling the truth. Then what? If Shadow didn't murder Sonic and bring him to the dining car, what possible reason could he have for locking all the doors? She's right. Her theory is strong. Tails and I certainly haven't presented any possibilities. Is Shadow really innocent in Sonic's murder? I think Cold Steel and I know exactly why Shadow is locking all the doors. Why does he keep including me too? First, Amy, I just have one question for you. Has everyone today given you a birthday present? Oh, most everyone. Yeah, everyone's been so sweet. Just, Shadow and Sonic haven't given me anything yet, but that's okay. Just them being here is enough. Understood. Thank you, Amy. Cold Steel? Ah, yes, Tails? I have a theory, but I need a piece of evidence to support it. We know Shadow walked through every train car locking the exits, and he gave everyone stationed in the cars the key. Except for you, me, and Amy. That's right, the conductor gave Amy her birthday key, not Shadow. So why would he lock all the doors and not give us a key? Shadow couldn't find us. Maybe, but Shadow knew Amy, you and I started in the dining car. He could have given us keys if he wanted to. It's a compelling argument, so maybe Shadow wanted to keep us away. Was Shadow locking all the doors to keep us away? Not us, Cold Steel. I'm making a leap here, but stick with me. I think Shadow was trying to keep Amy away. What? Excuse me? Shadow would never do that. It's my birthday. You know it's my birthday, right? Don't you, Shadow? How dare. Cold Steel, show me evidence. Huh? If Shadow was trying to keep me away, prove it. You've been so thorough or whatever. What proof do you have? Tails thinks Shadow was trying to just keep Amy away. Why? What evidence shows that Shadow didn't want Amy to know? Ah! He was trying to get a birthday present. That feels right. Phew, just to organize my thoughts. You went rooting through the trash? Huh? What was that? We found this in the trash bin next to the printer. It's of a band's ticket website. Tails, don't. Ah, this is Hot Honey's website. No way, I would love them. Hot Honey? It's the band I'm currently obsessed with. Jeremy B is my current favorite. All the members have B after their name? Yes, isn't it cute? I haven't gone to any of their shows yet to see them though. Their tickets are really hard to get. You have to be ready online at a specific time and they sell out in minutes. So the question becomes, why was this paper found in the trash car Shadow was stationed in? Watch yourself, Fox. The situation is becoming much clearer. Don't know how Tails figures things out so soon, but I see where he's heading. Printout of the Hot Honey's band ticket website exists because Shadow was buying tickets for Amy. What? Shadow, is this true? Are you trying to get me concert tickets for my birthday? I've done a poor job hiding the surprise, it seems. Yes. Yes. I'm trying to get you concert tickets for your birthday. Shadow. I used that printer earlier and found it difficult to manage. When logging on the website, did you print the homepage by accident? Yes, that's exactly what happened. I'm not fantastic with computers, admittedly. I can't believe this, after I accused you of murder. Spill everything, Shadow. The cat's out of the bag. I want to know everything. Fine. The surprise is ruined anyway. Oof, probably our fault there. Sorry. That's all a detective's job is, I suppose. When I arrived on the train, I realized everyone else had a gift, except for me. Worried for my social status, I immediately began brainstorming ideas and saw the computer. I remembered Amy had never seen Hot Honey live, and looked it up. That's when I accidentally printed the homepage. And he karate chopped Eggman's computer at work, so I mean he's got some talent. That is true. Concert tickets weren't actually on sale, I realized, but would be available soon. Is that the appointment you keep speaking of? The time you're able to actually buy the concert tickets? Precisely. I haven't purchased the tickets yet. I knew I had to keep Amy away while I waited to buy the tickets, so I began locking all the doors. But for the safety of everyone... But for the safety of everyone, I handed out keys so they could get in and out, telling them not to let anyone through. It didn't work. Amy still managed to make it here somehow. It's because the conductor gave me this. This key opens up any door on the train. I've gotten through every locked door with ease. Land's fatal flaw, birthday key. I should have guessed. It's a well-known privilege. Shadow, your gesture is so sweet, and after I accuse you too. How about this? Let's buy the tickets later, and to make it up to you, you can come with me. I don't know if... Too late, it's happening. I can't wait. The show of a lifetime. Fine. Happy birthday, Amy. I expect lots of pictures from the concert, you two. Seems the mystery of Shadow's locked doors has finally reached the end. I blame my source for all this. That wasn't a hot tip at all, leading me to believe Shadow was behind everything. My credibility as a journalist reporter down the drain. No, you'd make it fine in journalism. Amy, I am curious. Who's the source for your big scoop? I would like to know as well. Sorry, strictly confidential. The credibility may be shot, but my principles must stay intact. I have a strong feeling I know exactly who your source is. But we need to investigate one last area, the conductor's car. I'll come with you. I'd love to know who's been dragging my name through the mud. And I'll join as well. Time to see this through to the end. We're more than happy to have you both. Cold Steel, I hate to say it, but I believe our investigation is finally coming to a close. The pieces are coming together. The full picture is becoming clearer and clearer. Let's end this, Tails. We'll pin down Sonic's murderer for good. Right on, then. Ooh, excuse me. Let's do it. Ready to go to the conductor car? Let's finish this. It's now or never. Conductor car. Should really sort out my evidence before I continue. In my short time working on this train, I haven't visited the conductor car yet. Feels empty. Wait, where's the conductor? That's odd. I haven't seen him throughout the train at all. Last we saw him was when he left the dining car. Oh, I thought he left the train. Something clearly happened here. Nothing we can't figure out. Come on, time to investigate. Let's crack on. I've noticed the screens throughout the entire train. Yeah, they used to show information in advertisements. They're nice. The picture is really clear. We'll watch a full movie on one. I saw a slide that said happy birthday, Amy. That was so cute. The next ad being for nasal medication was a bit jarring, though. High quality screens probably didn't do that ad any favors. Not at all. Perhaps too much detail. A microphone. We can talk to the whole train with this. Should I say something? Start beatboxing. Cold Steel, why are you reaching for the mic? Just offering our guests some musical entertainment. That was impressive, Cold Steel. Thank you for sharing. Did this fall over when the train sped up? Not sure. Wait, what's it say on the mug? A cup of Joe in your hand, wife by your side, paradise. Alright, we get it. He loves his wife. I swear to God, if there's a I miss my wife Tails line in this. No, I'm alright. I don't need to check the trash bin. You're satisfied with finding a clue here before, huh? I know they say always check the trash bin, but I'm good. I'll go out on a high note. Wow, the conductor looks so young in his uniform. He's been here a long time. After 32 years, he told me he's finally retiring. He said he's headed to Spagonia with his wife. I hope they have a great trip. 32 years is a long time. I wish them a lot of happiness. May any future sorrow be fleeting. Yes, I wish that too. This robot arm has been completely torn off. Yuck, how creepy. That arm is powerful. It'd be tough to break out of its grip. A lot of people have the strength here to tear this off, but the question is why? Confrontation definitely occurred in this room. We should log this. Aye, aye, sir. Broken robot arm is added to your inventory. What's this? Someone playing darts? That's not a throwing dart. That's a blow dart. Someone brought a weapon onto this train. Huh? That shouldn't be possible. Tails is right. The train detects any weapons on a passenger before letting them on board. Let's make note of this. Blow dart is added to your inventory. I think we found enough clues. Let's talk to Amy and solve this once and for all. I didn't realize these robot arms could also drive the train. Yeah, they can't access every function on the train like the conductor can. Did they teach you how to drive it? Oh, no, just how to work the microwave. Recognize some of these functions. Maybe I could drive the train. I would completely trust you to drive the train. Same, actually. It's true. You could drive this train flawlessly. Aw, guys. Isn't it odd how we haven't seen the conductor since the dining car? I figured you said to drive the train the entire time. I guess the same, but the train's quick speed up is odd, and we certainly don't know where he is. Hope he's alright. Admittedly, I do miss his laugh. Well, you two? Think you have enough evidence for me to call everyone here? It's high time we named a suspect. What do you think, Cold Steel? Ready to solve this case? Hello everyone, this is the birthday girl speaking. Please report to the conductor car at once. Wonderful to have you all here. Tails and I are ready to announce our prime suspect. With assistance from Cold Steel. Why hasn't Sonic shown up? Huh? Vector. Real quick, can you come with me to get Sonic? Must still be pretending to be dead, Lizzie Bomb. Ready, let's go get him. Let me tell you, darlings, this has been a delight. A delight? The air in here is so intense, I love it. Nothing like the thrill of a mystery. The train has so many amenities. I feel so catered to. Admittedly, I've been having a lot of fun myself. The amusement of a chase. See why you're a detective outside of this mystery, Espio. You and I love a good thrill, it seems. On this train, I am but a humble poet. I'd be willing to do an event like this again. Says here the train does escape rooms as well. I love escape rooms. Count me in. I've never done an escape room, but I have played escape room games. I'm so glad everyone's having a good time. Maybe we could ride a train just to relax sometime. Yeah, that'd be fun too. Uh-oh. What in the world? That's Amy's voice. Quick, where's Amy? He's not responding to us. Sonic? Sonic? What? Is he hurt? Why isn't he moving? Sonic? Sonic, can you hear us? He's banged up. There's a pulse that's weak. Set him down, Vector. Make sure his head is propped up. I'll help you. I knew one of you would take this too far. Which one of you did this to Sonic? On my birthday, no less. Could this really have been one of us? There's no one else here, Knuckles. So ask again which one of you did this. This is inexcusable. Sonic's hurt. I'm going to expose the monster who did this. Tails is not having it. I thought Sonic could handle anything, but somehow he met his match. I'm going to help you get to the bottom of this, Tails. Absolutely. Me too. Same. We're going to figure out exactly what happened in this room and punish the one responsible. So Sonic really was hurt this whole time and I did nothing. I'm right in my wrong. I must take down the murderer. Tails, Cold Steel, I have a big question to ask. Who in this room did this? Who killed Sonic the Hedgehog? But I actually have to accuse someone? Okay, I'm just gonna save. Alright, I'm gonna do left from right. It can't be right. Neither Tails and I can be the murderer. Oh, that's right. Let me pick again. Alright, so I'm gonna skip Amy. I don't see it. Can you explain your reasoning? Oh, well, I'm put in the spot like this. It's hard to explain. Maybe I'll pick someone else. Espio, you were the one to murder Sonic, weren't you? I did no such thing, my young friend. If it's a battle of wits you wish, I would love to discuss things. Let's discuss. But you're accusing Espio? We already talked about this. The man was reading. You have nothing. Restating Espio's alibi would be helpful for everyone, I think. Espio was locked in the library car reading. He only had access to the saloon car during the murder. However, new evidence has come to light that needs to be addressed. New evidence? Oh, that's right. Colsil, could you fill everyone in? What did we find that brings into question Espio's alibi? We discovered a hidden passage. Espio could have left the library at any time because Tails and I found a hidden passage from the library car to the lounge car. In the lounge, the hidden passage exits behind the wardrobe. I feel lucky we even found it. Not only would Espio avoid any locked doors, but that would put him in the car just before this one. You have no evidence. I used any secret passage. I answered all your questions without flaw. I was reading the entire time, remember? It's true, you didn't miss a question. But I think Cold Steel and I can explain that too. Cold Steel? How did Espio know everything in the train manual he was reading? He's a poet, so quick reader. Espio is a poet. I feel such a profession would make you quite the reader. What are you getting at? You picked a random book from the shelf and memorized it. Just to guarantee yourself a clean alibi. What? That's absurd, memorizing a whole book. I know this is a talented bunch, but that seems like a lot. I don't know, it is plausible. Espio is particularly skilled. I've known Espio a long time. He once speed read a book I was reading just to spoil the ending for me. If I'm right, and Espio quickly memorized the book before entering the hidden passage, then Espio could have met Sonic in the conductor's car where he was murdered. Since we're only talking in what-ifs, let me throw something at you. How was I to know about the hidden passage? It's hidden. That's right, how would Espio have even known it was there? You said it yourself, kid. You were lucky to even find the passage. Cold Steel and I might not have the evidence to answer your question, but we know someone who does. Cold Steel? Who here has evidence to prove Espio knew about the hidden passage? Wait. Wasn't exactly what I had in mind. Tell us we would see something later. Rouge. Rouge, we need to see those blueprints. Blueprints? You stole blueprints? Whatever, I already used it to scout for more treasures. Came up cold. You can have it. Blueprints are added to your inventory. This right here is a blueprint of the entire train. Espio could have easily used this to find the hidden passage. What makes you think I ever saw those blueprints? Rouge had them. Well, Cold Steel, do you have an answer for him? How could Espio have seen those blueprints? SBO found them before Rouge did. Rouge, where did you find the blueprints? Oh, the library car. It was stuffed with the brochures. I checked the saloon car first and found the blueprints after leaving. So that means SBO had time to find the blueprints and discover the hidden passage. In my theory, SBO looked at the blueprints and then used the hidden passage to get to Sonic. Within Amy's guidelines, the murderer can kill a single participant however they choose. The logistics here are still vague. But Cold Steel and I have evidence on how Sonic was murdered. I'm unsure how much harm SBO caused Sonic, but Cold Steel and I have evidence on how it was done. How is this rich? Pray tell. If I murdered Sonic, how did I do it? It's the blow dart. Now to form my argument. Come on, focus. You're so close, Cold Steel. What would Sonic do? This blow dart was found here in the conductor room. I believe SBO used this to knock Sonic unconscious. Ah, so you mean Sonic might just be knocked out? I am unsure. He's more banged up than what a blow dart would do. According to Amy's rules, a blow dart counts as a kill for the murder mystery. My theory, therefore, is plausible. Plausible, you say? And why are there so many holes in it? You deny the allegations? Of course I do. Let me present the first fatal flaw. I knocked out Sonic in the conductor's car, and how was Sonic found in the dining car? Ah, shoot, that's a good point. Tails was onto something, I'm sure of it. I locked all the doors, and SPO didn't have a key. He would have had to take the hidden passage back. If he took the hidden passage back, he'd end up back in the library. Coltsy and I know another way it could have been done. We do? What piece of evidence do we need to take a closer look at? Broken robot arm? I don't think this is the right direction. Getting closer. Think Cold Steel think. Alright, let's take a look. Vespio didn't take the secret passage to get to the dining car. And what route did he take to get Sonic there? I don't think I need to really save, but I'm going to save. There's a path above the conductor car, and it goes all the way to the dining car. Huh? I didn't even see that area. Is that some sort of long attic? According to its blueprints, there's a hidden path in the ceiling that leads straight to the dining car. Perhaps you can access it through the vent over there? Vent, of course. That must be the entrance to the path. I'm gonna check it out. My word. There is a path back there, and a track. A track? Huh? A track for the robot arms, I think. This must be the path the arms take to move throughout the train. So you're saying I somehow fit with Sonic in that vent and took him to the dining car? Tails, you're a smart kid, so I know you realize we both couldn't fit up there. SPO's right. This is feeling flimsy, Tails. I need an answer. My name's getting dragged around here. How on earth would I get Sonic through that vent? Phew, another thing about my argument. You can do this, Cold Steel. You can do this. Everyone saw the broken robot arm on the ground, right? Clearly a fight broke out here and one of these robot arms was a casualty. But what if one of the robot arms actually caught Sonic? Knuckles said there's a track the robot arms use that continues to the vent. The robot arm could have grabbed Sonic passed out from a blow dart and carried him to the dining car. Could that be true? Take a look at Sonic, he's clearly banged up. Could the fight have been between Sonic and the robot arms? I can see that, those arms do look powerful. Sonic doesn't fall easily, but if he's woozy from a blow dart, the arms could have gotten him. Interesting theory, Tails, but you have to admit these are a lot of coincidences. I might not be able to link everything directly to Espio yet, and I have found one inconsistency. What kind of inconsistency? Someone here received false information, and I believe that information came from Espio. Who received that information? That would have been Amy. Amy, you received a hot scoop, did you not? I think it's time you told us where that scoop came from. Tails, you're right. Espio lied to me. Espio told me Shadow was locking doors to trap Sonic. But we found out Shadow was trying to keep me from discovering my birthday surprise. That scoop came from you, Espio? No, of course not. Amy must have misheard me. Misheard you? Yes, I said, Sonic's going to get trapped with all these locked doors. I was just looking out for my fellow passengers' safety. I didn't blame Shadow. I don't know, Espio. What? The evidence might not be airtight, but there's a lot being thrown at you that makes sense. I have to agree. You want us to believe you were lazily reading the whole time? While you were stationed in the room with a hidden passage? Yeah. Now you're lying to me? On my birthday of all days? I believe the murderer used the train's controls to move Sonic from the conductor car to the dining car, and lied to Amy, casting further blame on Shadow, for no other reason than to cause doubt and confusion. In examining everyone's alibis, one clearly stands out as the weakest. I believe it's clear to everyone that it only could have been one person. It was you, Espio. You were the one who murdered Sonic the Hedgehog. Hey guys. Sonic, you're okay. Sonic, just as we solved the mystery. Espio was the murderer. Right. Espio jumped me in the conductor car. Dang it, you got me. A blow dart though, really? It's non-lethal poison. You'll just be sleepy for a while. Alright, I could use a nap. Oh wait, there's something important. Espio left me there. Something important? I need everyone to listen. The train's a badnik. Sonic, are you feeling alright? You need to lie back down? No, we all need to get off this train. We're not safe. What? When I arrived at the conductor car, the conductor was already here. He was so excited to tell me all about the features of the train. What he was telling me, I had a bad feeling. I asked to see the power source. The conductor hadn't even seen it. When we took a look, we realized the train's powered by a flicky. A flicky? The tiny animal? There's only one person twisted enough to use the flicky as a power source. Dr. Eggman. I told the conductor the train needed to be destroyed. He refused. The way the conductor was describing it, it's more than a simple badnik. It's the conductor's friend. The train is his co-conductor. You're not serious. Well, this is not the plot twist I thought. Actually, no, I did say that Eggman probably made the train. Yeah, certainly didn't tell me that in the interview. Right as we saw the flicky, I felt a sting in my shoulder. It was the blow dart from Espio. Espio left. The lights in the room started to glow red. Hey, stop what you're doing! I knew something was wrong and stood up. The arms came for me next. A spin dashed right through the robot arm, sliced it off the rails it was on. Wow, Macy was able to do any of this poisoned. Another robot arm managed to grab me and pin me to the floor. The conductor screamed as the arms approached him, but it was quite a bit before it all got to me. Oh no. For when I have something to admit, I murdered Sonic the Hedgehog. Yeah, we already knew that. The situation has gotten so serious. Why would you not just tell us? I thought that's how these murder games worked. You shoot someone with a blow dart, they die. Are you crazy? It's just a make-believe game. No one should get hit with a blow dart. Just following the rules. Use this blow dart on Sonic stationed in the conductor car. It is laced with a non-lethal sleeping agent. Thank you again for choosing the Mirage Express. Staff. See? What is that? It says use this blow dart on Sonic. I already read that. What is this? Instructions? I was given the blow dart along with that card. Signed Staff. Who gave this to you? And the thing of it, one of the robotic arms handed it to me. Weapons shouldn't be allowed on the train. What is the larger picture here? Who instructed those arms to attack? Who? Or what? Cold Steel, who do you think attacked Sonic and handed SPO the blow dart? The train itself. I believe something's been orchestrating things behind the scenes. Something wanted Sonic out of the picture and for a good while, so I think the train itself is plotting something. First we learned the train's a badnik, now it's out to get us? Once again, you keep saying the most ridiculous nonsense. You're seriously convinced the train has it out to get us? I don't know what the train's full intent is, but clearly it's been tampering with our murder mystery game. Train. Come out and show yourself. Hey, Amy. It's my birthday, and I don't need you messing with it. Amy's hitting the wall with her hammer. I'm with you, Amy. This train can have it. Come on, there's got to be another way to get the train's attention. What was that? What did you two do? Is that the conductor? Here, I can get him down. Don't touch him. Is that the train talking? Of course I can talk. You fools are too distracted playing your little game to figure it out. We were right, weren't we? What are you plotting? I'm taking all of you to Eggman's base, where you will rot. Eggman? After I deliver your annoying party right to his egg fortress. Annoying? The conductor and I will be free to laugh and play games. Ride the open wet rails, like we always planned. What are you... Enough. Train's picking up speed. Everyone grab something. Which one of these buttons turns the train off? Whoa. Sonic? Stay put until we arrive. Goodbye. Ah. Oh. No, no. Can't keep my footing. Bunch of evidence has fallen out of my pockets. I had Tails, Amy. Is anyone here? Hello? Hello? I need to yell, bud. Sonic, I'm so sorry. Are you okay? Ain't in there. Seems the train arms threw us back into the dining car. Where's everyone else? Great question. For now, are you alright? Sonic the Hedgehog asking about me? I feel terrible. Yeah, things aren't looking the brightest. When the situation's dark, it's up to us to shine the way forward. Excuse me. Sonic's just as cool as everyone says. Let's get our bearings and take a look around. Good idea. Lead the way. Oh man. What? What's wrong? Windows are all covered up now. Never got to look at the pretty views. Amy was saying the train site's gonna be beat. I was excited. After all we've been through, I'm sure the train company will offer you some kind of coupon for another visit. That'd be great, as I still don't know where my wallet is. The doctor and I found Vector's ticket in his napkin holder. What is his ticket doing here? Maybe he confused a napkin for his ticket and his ticket for a napkin? I hope his ticket didn't have a ketchup stain. Hey, one of those robotic arms are here too. Ow! It swiped at me. This is living alone. The train's definitely mad at us. Good call. We gotta get out of here before that arm swipes at us again. Yellow glow is chilling. I guess it was just showing us the weather. Well, that's better than the yellow glow, I guess. Hello? Hello? Anyone there? Why is no one responding to me? You missed the yellow glow already. You got some nerves showing up here, Egghead. Oh ho ho, you spiky blue pest. Seems you've finally taken passage on one of my passenger trains. You created this train? Who the heck are you? Don't talk to me. Ah, ignore that. Certainly didn't talk about you in my interview. My involvement isn't well known, civilian. The infrastructure in your towns just wasn't cutting it. If I were to build Eggman Land, these problems would need sorting out. So I courageously got involved. I converted some cargo trains into passenger trains for the sake of the public. Just more useful for future schemes. Let me guess, another death egg, Dr. Predictable? The people fear giant spheres, it's science. Let's cut to the chase, where are our friends? Judging by my security cameras, your pathetic friends are all locked in the cars they were stationed in. Seems you managed to make the train quite upset. Did you not know this was happening? Heavens no, I'm only now getting caught up. I'm far too busy to notice what a passenger train is up to. You see, the capability of a badnik is normally very basic, just kill Sonic the Hedgehog. But for a luxury train, I wanted to be sure things ran without my supervision. And report to me if any of you happened aboard. This train's capability of intellectual thought is extraordinary, a feat only accomplished by my genius. So this confirms that the train really is sentient. Suffice to say, your capture is inevitable. You're on a train that desires nothing more than to deliver you all to me. See, I got to thinking. I needed to manufacture motivation beyond programming. I like to make my badniks compete against one another from time to time. It's good for productivity. So I instituted a bounty on my army of badniks. First to capture you pathetic creatures gets a generous reward. Train wants to deliver us to Eggman for a reward? Most of my robots ask for something simple, like my autograph or whatever, but a highly intelligent train may ask for something more interesting. As much as I like reward programs, are you done blabbering, Doc? You never just win silently, can you? When you're dragged to my base, you'll regret the day you ever crossed me, Hedgehog. I already do. Get lost. Ciao. Just knows how to get under my skin. This is tough. The train has the motivation, and being made by Eggman is no doubt powerful. Not to mention we're all separated. What am I supposed to think? The train purposefully had Sonic knocked out so it could deliver us to Eggman. This whole time we were all in danger, and I went along with it. Sonic was really hurt. The conductor's been captured. Should I have been more assertive earlier? Am I at fault here? Hey. I can tell the situation's getting to you. Oh, yeah, sorry. I get it. The road's getting tough. It's easy to question the decisions that got you here. But when negative thoughts hit you, let it pass and keep living. I need you here helping me think through this before I do something rash. See, I'm one of those leap before you think kind of guys. Okay, you're right. Let's keep moving forward and make things right. Breathe. Okay. Yawn. We gotta get to the conductor's car before the train arrives at Eggman's base. The doors have been heavily fortified. How do we get through? What would you do? The entire day, Tails and I have been asking ourselves what would Sonic do. So what would you do? What would I do? Well, I'd speed through head on and rescue our friends by any means necessary. Here, stand back. Wow, with one big wind-up, Sonic's spin dash was fast enough to get the door open. Heh, now that the road's clear, nothing can stop us. Better hold on to your pants. I don't think we'll be getting another break after this. Ready to go? Let's do it to it. Nice reference. That's the spirit. Let's go find our friends. To the conductor... Oh, excuse me. Sorry, like I said, I just ate before this. To the conductor car to end this mystery. Oh, it's almost 10 o'clock. Alright, our friends are locked in the cars up ahead. My last adventure, maxing out my ring count gave me an extra boost of speed. If I can grab enough rings, I should be fast enough to bust through the next door, too. Ready? Let's do this. Just wait till I see Eggman. I'm gonna clobber him. You gotta deal with the train first. Come on, let's go. You all came for us. Of course, but let's move. Train wants to take us prisoner and earn a reward. My reward is to get off this stupid train. Let's go. Sonic! It's about time. I thought you were supposed to be fast, Sonic. We gotta move, you two. Ready? Always. Let's boogie. I like how the cursor's still on screen. They locked Amy and Tails in the conductor's car. Say no more, let's go. Sonic! Sonic, you're here! Heh, there's no way to treat the birthday girl. You're right, I'm ready to stop this train. Time to finish this. Excellent work trapping these pests. Now hurry to me. I must properly dispose of them to begin my plans for Eggman Land. Probably another death egg. Don't teleport us to the future. Teleport you all. Ooh, to the future, when I've already ruled the planet. Sure, I'll do that, whatever. Shot it, Eggman. Don't disappoint me, train. Hurry it up. I will not fail. My wish will be granted. A wish? Oh, you mean the bounty? I don't care what you call it, just bring me those overgrown mammals. There, that Eggman. I must get my wish. I will not fail. This is it, everyone. Get ready. We're taking this thing down. I pressed the wrong button. I landed on the spring. What the actual fuck? Don't put me all the way back, game. Oh my god. Oh my god, it happened again. Okay, so don't jump there. Got it. Motherfucking piece of shit. None of you could possibly understand. We promised to be together our whole lives. How could he just leave like it was nothing? What do you mean, the conductor? He's retiring, you just have to accept that. My wish will keep us together forever. That's what being friends is all about. You can't force someone to be friends with you, that's messed up. Shut up! Just shut up! Was the train in love with the conductor? Eggman, can you hear me? My wish, my wish, my wish! Make the conductor never leave me. Let us be friends forever. The kind of friends who would never leave each other. Why would he betray me? Uh-oh. Conductor, you promised me. You promised. Let him speak. Unhand him. Train, stop this. When I told you to be with each other forever, I was a much younger man. I'm getting old. I'm tired. Excuses, how dare you abandon me? I'll be lonely. So lonely. Why must you insist loneliness upon me? Oh, stop. What are you doing to me? Please, don't make me do this. We have to rescue the conductor if we ever want to stop this train. Apologies for flashing lights. Oh, god damn it. A flicky? This is just like the lore card when my ex-best friend left detective work to join Eggman. So this really is a bad Nick. Stakes rise every second, huh? We gotta save him. On it. Let's show our full power. Oh god, there's more. Damn it. Just be delivered to Eggman already. What about my happiness? Your happiness comes at the expense of others. Last I checked, that's called being selfish. Me? Selfish? How dare you? Oh god, there's still more. Ow. God damn it. Oh, come on. This isn't exactly good gameplay, mind you. But this isn't the point of the game. This is obviously the weakest part. No, no, no. No! Oh. I'll grab the flicky. It's over. Time to pay for ruining my birthday. Good God. Train is slowing down. Great hit, Amy. Hee, it was pretty great, wasn't it? That's what you get when you mess with my special day. I just couldn't bear to see you go. I'm sorry for the trouble. Aw. I think our work here is done. Let's get off this thing. Thank you. Goodbye, my friend. I may be leaving the rails, but I assure you, I'll never forget our time together. Oh. We did it! Well, I'll say I've never been on a train like that before. This universe has a unique way of doing things. Watch your step, watch your step. Yeah, it's over. The mystery of Sonic the Hedgehog's murder is officially over. Maybe next birthday we just ask Vanilla to make dinner. Oh, you don't love parties where by the end someone tries to kill you? I think I'm actually gonna miss this group's unhinged way of thinking. Honey, you're late. I've been waiting here for hours. Oh no, she's hot. You honestly would never believe what happened. So I won't even try. I'm just glad you're safe here. Quick, we leave for Begonia in the morning and you need to pack. I'll pack faster than the wind. I need this vacation something terrible. And I need you home. Happy first day of retirement, dear. Seems like Nectar is more than ready to begin his retirement after this ordeal. Oh, they fucking after this. I'm happy for them both. Oh, who's this? An old friend, I think. Oh, they're a cutie, that's for sure. Cheep, cheep, cheep. Burp. Seems that Flicky found a friend. Great job saving that little guy, Espio. It was the least I can do. Sonic, everyone, I sincerely apologize for the trouble I caused. Don't be, you were just following what you thought was the game. It's hard to know what I would have done in the same situation. Wouldn't have hit someone with a blow dart. Seriously, a dart? It would have been hard to get close to you otherwise, Mr. Speed of Sound. Regardless, I am sorry. We're cool, and now that we're all safe, it was fun. This game was a wild idea of fun. Why am I starving? I forgot we never ate. Well, the clatter, I completely forgot I was hungry. Me too, I was distracted playing detective. Only you could have seen me, Sonic. I was finding clues, presenting evidence, poking holes in alibis. Sonic? Wait, where'd he go? Everyone, guess what? The station has a bakery. Look what I bought. Ah, a birthday cake. Wait, you just bought Amy's birthday? Wait, did they bake the cake on the fly? I like the little chow with the glass. The confident, unshakable, and radiant Amy Rose. To an adventure of a birthday, darling. Memorable party every year. To a fun birthday. A ride from start to finish. May our friendship grow stronger each celebration. I admire your tenacity. May you never lose your vivacity. Happy birthday to Amy and her sparkling personacity. Happy birthday. I'm not smart enough to know if pronacity is a word. Personacity. I love you, Amy. Happy birthday. Ah, you guys. Almost got murdered by a lonely train, but I wouldn't trade these adventures for anything. Never in a million years. You guys won't ever leave me, right? Wouldn't dream of it. Yeah, let's have some cake. Yes, please. Dig everyone. Or dig in, everyone. Yay! I hope it's chocolate. Okay, so Shadow likes chocolate. That train's never making it here, is it? Orbot, prepare a bath. Wait, is that the robot from Sonic Frontiers? And it's Metal Sonic. Let's go, Dad. A happy rubber duck or the angry one? Angry! Sour choice, your evilness. Shut it! And that's my story of when I met Sonic and his friends. Entangled in their lives for a fleeting moment and then back to things as they were. Cities realized Eggman was running the train system and fought back to seize control. Everything's squeaky clean now. As for me, I stuck with the gig. And then practiced my singing, and after all that, I now run a local supermarket. Yeah, that's just been my life. I have never played an April Fool's Day joke before. But this was actually really good. It was charming, it was endearing. The actual gameplay wasn't amazing, but that wasn't the point. It's a visual novel, and you're not going to get good gameplay out of that most of the time. But that was enjoyable. It was cute. It was very cute. Also took an hour longer than I thought it would, so we're actually done for the night. Give me a sec here, and I will queue up a raid target. Sorry, just checking some stuff. Okay. Mute tab. Let's see, who shall our raid target be? Yeah, everything's a little slow tonight. Okay, I know who we're going to be raiding. Let me just get her queued up. Never mind, she's ending. She's going to be Puffin, because she's doing the LGBT charity stream, but she's already ending, so never mind. Surprised the credits are still going. Alright, I know who we'll be rating. Just gotta wait for the credits to finish, and we shall go. I like that Sealy Pop emote. Production pets and moral support. The stray cats outside Justin's house. Happy April Fool's Day, observed. Alright. That was the murder of Sonic the Hedgehog. I think it would have been funnier if Sonic was actually dead, but I guess that would have been a bit of a downer. So, that's it for tonight's stream. If you would like to hang out after stream, I have a Discord that you can find here. You can also keep up with my bullshit on Twitter. And if you miss any of my streams, I have a VOD channel on YouTube. For now, we're going to be rating Virtual Kohai. Good bean, good friend. He's playing Hunt Showdown at the moment. But before we do that, let's get our raid message. It'll be this. Sonic was found dead in Miami. You know the drill. Use whatever emotes you want. As long as you copy the message, that's the important thing. But use whatever emotes you want. I will see you all tomorrow. Tomorrow we're doing Left 4 Dead 2. Getting the group back together for that. Sunday will be Killer 7. And then I will post my new schedule on Monday. So I will see you all tomorrow. You all have a lovely evening, and good night.